Saturday as Louisville gets set to take on the 14th-ranked Indiana Hoosiers in the Battle for Atlantis opening game. Jody Demling and Bob Valvano will be with you later from Paradise Island. Indiana last played on Thursday of last week against UNC Greensboro. It was a 69-58 win for the Hoosiers. Miles Rice, the transfer point guard from Washington State, led them in scoring, 20.6 assists, 5 rebounds. Also had 3 turnovers. True freshman Bryson Tucker, 14 points off the bench for Indiana. They shot 48% from the field, 26% from beyond the arc, 87% from the foul line, and they also turned it over 14 times. It was probably Indiana's worst performance of the season. They got up to a big 16-point lead to start the game, but UNC Greensboro was able to kind of crawl back into it despite only shooting 35% from the floor, and Indiana was really saved by Miles Rice and Bryson Tucker in what was otherwise a pretty ugly game. Mike Woodson disappointed with his team's effort, and for Indiana, similar to Louisville, trying to get off to a good start in the Bahamas and get on that winner's side of the bracket with a win here this afternoon. Indiana and Louisville tipping off at noon. Indiana, good around the rim, as expected. They brought in one of the best transfer portal classes in the country. Umar Balo comes from Arizona, 7-footer, and one of the more physically dominant players in the country. Can grab any rebound, just a ton of size down there, and he'll be a challenge for Louisville to deal with. Miles Rice, who I mentioned, one of the better point guards in the Big Ten. He's an older sophomore. He redshirted a year, and then he also battled cancer before he won his battle, and last year, his first full season, and he was all Pac-12, led Washington State to the NCAA tournament for the first time in about 15 years or so, and also led them to a round of 32 appearance where they lost to the 2-seeded Iowa State Cyclones. Cannon Carlisle, a new addition in the backcourt for Indiana, comes from Stanford. Good shooter, but hasn't really shot it well, just 29% from the field, that is, for Carlisle. Fit's been a little awkward because of Miles Rice. He's used to being more of a creator, and now he's playing off the ball more, a little more 3-and-D from him. And then off the bench as well, another transfer for Indiana, Luke Goody, 40% three-point shooter from Illinois. He grew up an Indiana fan. Hasn't shot the ball well from 3 to start the season, is 3 for 12, but that feels like at some point for Goody, just the way he has shot the ball in his career at Illinois, that'll end up evening out. And then Indiana also returns Trey Galloway, Malik Renew, and Mackenzie Mbako, some names that you might be familiar with, as Louisville did play Indiana last November 20th in the Empire Classic, and it was a 74-66 win for Mike Woodson's Indiana squad. Woodson 67-40 in his time at Indiana. Hoosiers were 19-14 last year, 10-10 in the Big Ten. Obviously played under Bob Knight for quite a time, was the Big Ten MVP. And since he's been at IU as the head coach, he's made 2 NCAA tournaments with a first-round win and then a round of 64 win as well. Mike Woodson had a lot to say yesterday on Louisville, Umar Balo, and more.
Talented team, well coached. Guys that can make the long ball. Got bigs that are active. Prior, and a lot of talent, and this will be a big test for our ball club to see where we are as a team, and I'm just kind of anxious to get to the game to see where we are.
3 games in 3 days. Do you expect to go a lot deeper over the course of the next few days?
Take it a game at a time. Don't know. Whatever it presents itself, I'm here to win, and I'll win at all costs. So, it means playing 10 guys, 8 guys, 7 guys. Only time will tell. We just got to wait and get to the game and see where it leads us. At the end of the day, I thought our intentions in our last game were fantastic. We came out with a great start, 19 to, I believe it was 3, and then we dropped the rope a little bit and let them back in the game. But the beauty about all games and when you play is how you respond. And we didn't panic. We did what we had to do to secure the win. Yes, I would have liked it for us to have played better as we started the game, throughout the game, and all the way through the game. But we didn't do that. And it's something that we can all learn from, and by watching film and taking practice each time we step out on that floor to make sure that something like this doesn't happen again. But you just never know until you play the games.
And Umar, your adjustment so far, how has that gone in Indiana? And Coach Woodson, about, if you could just kind of address how it's gone so far with him on this team.
No, it's he's been everything that I thought. When we were recruiting him and going through the process, we're a well-mannered young man that works, very coachable. It was a process in getting him, but once we got him in uniform, he's just been everything that I could ask for in a big man, and he's still trying to learn who I am as a coach, and I'm trying to learn his game and what he likes to do on the floor, on both ends of the floor, and again, only time will tell. We just got to keep pushing one another, helping each other, man, because that's what it's all about when you go in the portal and you bring players that are not used to being around you, that's trying to figure who you are as a coach. So, but it's been a good process so far having him on our team, and I can't help but think we'll continue to grow well together.
So far this season, Louisville has kind of liked to throw different looks in terms of going smaller, playing with bigs that like to stretch the floor. Do you think you're just going to stick with kind of your bigger lineup with Balo and Renew for as much as
we've mixed it up a little bit, in the 4 games that we've played. We've gone small some, not a lot of big minutes, but I think we're capable of playing small if we have to. But, having Balo and Malik, that's a problem for our opponents as well. They got to match up to us, as well, too. So we just got to see how the game goes and see where it leads us.
Stylistically, there's some massive differences between these two teams, and in particular when it comes to the three-point shot. Louisville, top 10 in the country, three-point rate, where Indiana just 344th.
Wow, they know they've won the national championship.
Balo, who are both more back-to-the-basket players, while Louisville can play 5 out, and Louisville 54.6% of the Cards' field goal attempts are from beyond the arc. So something to keep an eye out ahead of Indiana and Louisville coming up at noon. Just an hour until tip-off. William McDermott on Cardinal game day. Still more to come. This is Louisville Cardinals basketball from Learfield.
Whoa, 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 Dave. Before you use that post-hole digger, where's your gas line? And where's your wallet? Because you hit a gas line and it's going to cost you. Not to mention that it's also very dangerous. Okay, now, where's your phone? Good. Call 811 before you dig. One call, and you'll know where to dig every time. So call 811. No problems, no accident, no fines. Oh, and it's the law.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
I am cancer-free thanks to the power of U of L Health Brown Cancer Center.
The power of early detection.
The power of clinical trials only found here. The power of holistic care.
The power of second opinions.
The power of academic research.
And the power of expert care close to home.
That's the power of you. To learn more and find a Brown Cancer Center location near you, visit uoflhealth.org.
The The Galt House Hotel is ready to be your legendary Louisville destination. We have your answer to that long overdue date night or reunion with friends. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner in Walker's Exchange, monthly bourbon dinners at Swizzle, or cigar lounge nights on the Walker's patio, your visit will be nothing short of legendary at the Galt House Hotel, the official hotel partner of the Louisville Cardinals.
Louisville Cardinals basketball is brought to you by Kroger, fresh for everyone. Time now for more Cardinal Game Day.
William McDermott here on Cardinal Game Day. Just under an hour until tip-off in the opening game of the Battle for Atlantis. Indiana and Louisville, two of the most historic programs in college basketball, matching up for the second consecutive year. It's always a fun one when these two teams play. Time for today's Player Health Update, brought to you by U of L Health, the official health care provider of the Louisville Cardinals. Again, Abubakar Traore is out for this week. He broke his arm in practice a couple weeks ago, and he will be out for indefinitely, really, for the next several weeks and likely up until through December. Corin Johnson, who's missed the Bellarmine and Winthrop games with a shoulder injury, will not play today against Indiana. So both Traore and Johnson, who have missed the past couple games for Louisville, are both out for Louisville today against 14th-ranked Indiana. Chucky Hepburn spoke with media yesterday. Here's him.
Indiana, if they can control the paint for 40 minutes here this afternoon, I think the Hoosiers have a great chance of winning the ball game.
That is one of the other matchups to kind of watch, is how the chess match between Pat Kelsey, Louisville's head coach, and Mike Woodson. Indiana will be a bigger team. Abubakar Traore is out for Louisville. The 6'5 senior has been injured, broke his arm a couple games ago, so he remains out. So they are lacking some size. It depends on what you look at. Where's the advantage at, the bigger team or the quicker team in today's matchup?
Yeah, and I think as a coach, you want to be the aggressor, right? You want to think, well, how are we going to attack the basket, rather than placate to what the other team's trying to do. I think if Indiana will start big with Balo and Renew, I think the Hoosiers are going to try to dominate the low post, try to get all over the rim, dominate the rebound battle. If they can do that, I think Indiana has the advantage. Now, if Louisville's running all over the court, they're faster, quicker, getting open threes, and Indiana's forced to play small just to stay with Louisville, I think that plays into Louisville's hands. So I think the aggressor here is the team that's going to be kind of go to their game plan first, and if they can be effective at both ends of the court, being big, being physical, I think Indiana can win the ball game.
You've said it. It could be a big day for somebody like Malik Renew with the size advantage Indiana has down low. We'll see how he and Balo handle it today against Louisville. Today's pregame show is presented by IU Credit Union, an official partner of IU Athletics. We started a credit union and created a community. When we come back, John Herrick will present Where Are They Now? This is Indiana University Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock, like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have happy Honda Days, search your local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details. For well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/25.
Get back in the game. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Specialists are dedicated to caring for injured athletes. From the college superstar to the weekend warrior, we can tackle any injury and get you back in the game and back to the activities you love. Get expert care close to home. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho.
At Smithville, connecting you is what we do. Whether it's between family, friends, in business, or even at the next IU game. Watch the Hoosiers this season with our fast fiber internet. At the game, keep an eye on your home or business right from your phone with our smart security options. At home or at work, Smithville connects you to fiber internet, voice, and security solutions. To learn more, call 800-742-4084 or visit smithville.com.
Have you been injured at work? Contact Golitko and Daly, the Indiana work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. There's nothing easy about work injury cases. At Golitko and Daly, we focus on work-related injury cases and have board-certified and OSHA-trained trial lawyers to help you with your case. Find us at indianaworkers.com. Golitko and Daly, your Indiana work injury lawyers. At Golitko and Daly, we go to work when you can't.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead, we don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with creativity and bravery. Unapologetically optimistic. Equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world. Because bold is who we are. 9 campuses, 1 purpose. Creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. Join us at iu.edu.
Hey Hoosier fans, basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Indiana basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Hoosiers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
It is time for Where Are They Now? I'm John Herrick. This is the part of our pregame show where we talk to former IU basketball players and they catch us up on what they're doing in life now. Our guest today is Jamal Meeks. He played at IU from 1988 to 1992. He's 5th all-time at IU in career assists, despite starting just 44 games in his 4 years. And if you've seen the movie Blue Chips, then you've seen Meeks because he appeared in that movie as a player for Indiana along with Bob Knight, and he told me what that experience was like.
Awesome basketball experience. I mean, you just had all the top basketball players in the country in the same gym and just had a big pickup games. So it was a lot of fun, a whole lot of fun. And then to be able to get some Hollywood credits, I mean, that doesn't hurt the situation any.
Did you get to interact with Nick Nolte at all?
I did, and got a chance to talk with Ed O'Neill too, Al Bundy. So we had a good time. You know, everybody was asking for Kelly at the time. All the young fellas asking for Kelly. So we had a good time talking and interacting with the celebrity.
Well, now you work as a plant supervisor at Allison Transmission and Speedway. How'd you get involved with that?
Well, a couple years ago, I had a good friend of mine, Anthony Jackson, and I'd been talking about getting out of coaching, and he said there were some openings over at Allison. I had worked at Allison before, the early 2000s. I got laid off during the recession, and started coaching. Got back in the coaching game, coached for a while, and then I ended up talking with Anthony, and the race started getting a little too crazy for me in the college game, so I called him, and he was like, well, some opportunities available, and you've been here before, so I put my name in the hat, and they pulled my name out, took me, so now I'm supervising skilled trades there at Allison Transmission.
How's that been working out for you?
Awesome. My stress level is going way down just from, the everyday of college basketball. I don't think people who don't work behind the scenes of college basketball understands what it takes to put on to run your program. And it's 24/7. You get your little time to sleep, but I mean, it's always basketball. It's always a recruit. It's always practice. It's always a scout. There's always something you could be doing to better your program. Okay, and after suffering a heart attack a couple years back, stress level was too high. It was just time for me to step away from it. My family time is going way up with my wife. We spend a lot of time together now. I'm home a lot more often, so she's excited, and I'm happy to grow our friendship.
That is Jamal Meeks, former Indiana University basketball player from 1988 to 1992. Jamal, thank you so much for joining us, and we're glad your health is improved. We appreciate you taking some time.
Appreciate your time. Thank you for having me.
And he mentioned his college basketball coaching experience. He was an assistant coach at Bowling Green, Butler, Monmouth, and Ball State before eventually retiring. And since Indiana's playing Louisville today, it's worth noting that Meeks had 12 assists against Louisville back when Indiana beat Louisville on December 1st of 1990 by a score of 72-52. Up next is our Hoosier Profile interview with IU senior guard Anthony Leal. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
SPG Roofing and Exteriors is proud to be a partner of IU Athletics. Whether it's a simple repair needed or you're looking into solar solutions for your home, with our combined 50 years of experience in the roofing industry, we can provide you with the quality workmanship you're looking for, along with the respect you deserve. Call us at 317-676-5756 or visit us at spgroof.com so we can get started on your project and schedule a contactless inspection to get an idea of the property and the project. We look forward to hearing from you soon, and go Hoosiers!
Hoosier fans depend on Master Rental for all your rental needs. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, our equipment and tool division has everything you need, from skid steers, excavators, and boom lifts to jackhammers, battery chainsaws, paint sprayers, and tillers. Our tent and event division offers the obvious tents, tables, chairs, and the associated needs like dance floors, bounce houses, lighting, and etc. And new this year, we are in the portable restroom business too. Let Master Rental take care of all of your rental needs, like we take care of Beatown Boulevard.
IU Credit Union. Buy a car, take a trip, see the sights, get away.
We can help make this happen. Come see us today.
Buy a ring, get married, start a family.
We've got your back. Find your destiny.
Buy a house, fix it up, turn it into a home.
We're here. You don't have to do it on your own. Let us help with your savings and loans.
IU Credit Union believes you can chase a dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
Hey Hoosiers, it's time for adventure in Indiana's great outdoors. Picture yourself in Indiana at our first state park, McCormick's Creek. Join your family and friends traversing limestone canyons and waterfalls, or enjoy the peace and quiet of a night's stay and a great meal at McCormick's Creek State Park's Canyon Inn. Great seasonal rates are available, all just minutes from Bloomington. Make memories naturally in Indiana. Find your next adventure at dnr.in.gov.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz trial lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz trial lawyers, attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Well, the battle for Atlantis is not that far from beginning in the Bahamas. Indiana about to face Louisville in less than an hour, with tip-off coming your way at noon. But now it's time for our Hoosier Profile interview. Here's Austin Render.
Today's Hoosier Spotlight is with Indiana fifth-year senior Anthony Leal. Anthony, let's just talk about the way the season started so far for you guys. How do you feel like you guys are playing headed into this tournament?
I think there's always room for improvement, but I think that, with who we've played so far, we've handled them and just done what we can to be ready for the challenging week that's ahead.
What's been the biggest changes? You guys have added a lot of new pieces this year, just kind of the vibe of the team and the way you guys play. How has that changed?
I think Coach has given us a lot more freedom. Just everyone on the roster, he's brought us in and helped develop us to where we can play multiple positions and we can all, kind of be versatile, and that makes us a lot more dangerous, 1 through 12. So I think that's the biggest change, is that the coach has given us a lot more freedom and more reign to just go out and make plays and trust in that. At the end of the day, we're going to compete and make it happen.
You obviously decided to come back for a 5th year. What went into that thought process for you?
I love it here. It's home, and it's been everything for me and helped me, prepare me for the rest of my life. But just believing in what Coach Woodson's built and, who he was bringing in and what we can accomplish this year. And I think that our goals and our aspirations are really high, but I think that they're very, very accomplishable for us. So I think that's the biggest thing, and then just the ability to finish my master's degree and be around family.
Yeah, so take us through your school journey. You've obviously graduated through your 4-year program. What did you graduate with? What are you studying with now?
Yeah, my undergraduate was entrepreneurship and corporate innovation, and I'm finishing up my MBA in finance right now from the Kelly School. So not the easiest track, but I've made the most of it and tried to just take it one by day.
Yeah, you got a full plate there. As you've kind of been in and out of the lineup with some injuries starting the season, what have you felt like your role has been trying to stay active and involved with the team while you've been out?
Yeah, just being an older guy and, the guy who's been around here the longest, I think just getting the new guys acquainted, helping them understand coaches' coverages, because I know that the whole coaching staff trusts me as well as they trust themselves, just in terms of knowing what their schemes are and our strategy is and everything on defense and on offense. So just being an extra coach on the floor to these guys and a mentor and just someone who has been around and knows how to deal with it, when things are going well here and when things are going bad. So I think just being a mentor and a guy that the coaches can trust when it comes down to it. If they need to put me in, they know what's gonna happen. So, what
do you guys expect to see from this Louisville team here in the opening round?
They're deep. They've got a lot of talent. They shoot the ball a lot. They shoot a lot of threes, and they play hard. But as long as we come out ready to go with an early tip-off, if we come out ready to go, we'll be fine. And we just got to rebound and play defense.
How cool has it been just kind of going around the resort the past couple of days and seeing all the IU fans that have traveled here?
It's insane. It's so cool just for us to be able to be here and be surrounded by so many people that came to support us in a place like this. It's a nice little break from Bloomington, as we go into the winter. So it's a great opportunity to just enjoy some of God's blessings and try to play in front of the people who really support us.
Did you get out there and enjoy any of the slides or the festivities yesterday?
Absolutely, yeah. We actually got here 2 days ago, so we had plenty of time to, just experience Atlantis for what it is and then get locked in starting yesterday. And now we got 3 games in 3 days that we're trying to win. So
awesome. Thanks so much, Anthony. Good luck this week.
Yeah.
And that was our Hoosier Profile interview with IU senior guard Anthony Leal. Up next, Smithville presents the Big Ten and Top 25 College Basketball Report. This is Indiana University Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Viaggio Marine is proud to be the official pontoon boat sponsor of Indiana University Athletics. Located right here in Indiana, Viaggio is proudly family-owned and operated. You'll love our complete lineup of pontoon boats featuring bold, innovative new looks, plush, luxurious furniture packages, vibrant new LED lighting packages, and unmatched construction. For the hottest thing in pontoons, visit ViaggioPontoonBoats.com. That's VIAGGIO Pontoonboats.com.
When you share your food, you share your heart. So what's on your table this holiday season? Save on your festive feast at Kroger with delicious deals on all the holiday classics. Or wow the crowd with something new, like a quinoa stuffed butternut squash. It's sure to add a pop of color to your spread. How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth and the savory tooth? With Kroger, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Milwaukee-based Cousin Subs now has 2 Indianapolis area locations at 9321 North Michigan Road and 8545 South Emerson Avenue. To celebrate, Cousins and Indiana University Athletics have teamed up to offer IU fans a chance for 2 tickets to the final home game on March 8th and a shot at $100,000 in their half-court hall sweepstakes. Fans can enter daily through February 28th and find more info at iuhoosiers.com/cousinsubs. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Hoosier fans, Harrell Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Indiana University knows a thing or two about making great plays, and so does Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Whether you qualify for Medicaid or Medicare, a plan through the Affordable Care Act, or have health coverage through your job, you can feel confident with Anthem's large network of doctors, hospitals, and health professionals. To learn more about Anthem's health plans, call your authorized agent or visit Anthem.com. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc., independent licensees of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association. Anthem is a registered trademark of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
We're just a little more than a half hour away from tip-off between Indiana and Louisville in the battle for Atlantis in the Bahamas. I'm John Herrick, though. Let's give you the Big Ten and Top 25 basketball report, which is brought to you by Smithville. Smithville's your local choice for internet, voice, TV, and security. Stick with the home team. Visit smithville.com for more information. Smithville, an official sponsor of IU Athletics. Of course, it is a busy time right now across the college basketball landscape with all sorts of games and various tournaments going on all throughout the country. And Big Ten scores from Tuesday night. You had Oregon upsetting 20th-ranked Texas A&M 80-70 in the Players Elite Festival. Oregon's now 6-0. Clemson top Penn State 75-67 in the Sunshine Slam. Both those teams are now 6-1. Michigan State falls to 6-3 after losing to Memphis in the Maui Invitational 71-63. Iowa hammered South Carolina upstate 110-77. UCLA blew out Southern Utah 88-43. Both UCLA and Iowa are now 6-1. In overtime, Rutgers got it done to beat Notre Dame 85-84 in the Players Era Festival, and Rutgers is off to a 5-1 start. Number 1 Kansas beating 11th-ranked Duke in a game that came down to the wire. Kansas winning 75-72. Number 2 UConn has lost back-to-back games for the first time under head coach Dan Hurley. They lose to Colorado 73-72 in the Maui Invitational. And in that same Invitational, 4th-ranked Auburn defeated 12th-ranked North Carolina 85-72. Here are the Big Ten games coming up today. You've got Oregon playing San Diego State in the Players Era Festival at 4 o'clock. Bucknell taking on Maryland at 4:30. Nebraska hosting South Dakota State. Michigan against 22nd-ranked Xavier. Xavier's 6-0 and Michigan's 5-1. That's in the Fort Myers Tip-Off Beach Division Championship. 12th-ranked North Carolina playing Michigan State in that Maui Invitational third-place game. And in the late game tonight at 10 o'clock, it is 9th-ranked Alabama taking on 5-1 Rutgers in the Players Era Festival Impact Tournament. Up next, Austin Render returns with Mike Woodson and the head coach's report, brought to you by the IU Credit Union. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
This is Steve Webb with Electric Plus, a full-service electrical contractor powering Indiana with offices in Bloomington, Avon, Lafayette, and Kokomo. We work hard to deliver big wins for our customers. We lead the league in new construction, expansions, modernizations, and service repair. Our team excels at industrial, commercial, residential, and 24/7 emergency coverage. Just like the Hoosiers desire to be the best, the mission of Electric Plus is to be the best electrical contractor, period. For more information, please visit electricplus.com and go Hoosiers.
Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. IU Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana soybean farmers and their checkoff. Hoosier fans, have you ever wanted to put on your own candy-striped warm-ups and hang out on the court with the team before the game? This season, the Hoosier men's basketball team is looking for an honorary pregame team member for the IU versus OSU game on March 8th, and it could be you. Go to IUbench.com now and register for your chance to join your Hoosier men's basketball team for an experience that includes bench seats during warm-ups, candy-striped pants, and game tickets for 4. Again, that website is IUbench.com. Brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud partner of your Indiana Hoosiers.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you can always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to giving you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this basketball season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock. Like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have Happy Honda Days, search your local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/25.
The Head Coach's Report is brought to you by IU Credit Union, an official partner of IU Athletics. IU Credit Union, we started a credit union and created a community. We're joined by head coach Mike Woodson. Coach, coming off a nice break since your last outing, how have you kind of used these off days to get your team ready for this 3-game and 3-day stretch?
Well, many off days. We just work, basically, to prepare to come out here to the Bahamas and play. And it's been good, good practices. So I'm just anxious to see if it's going to be a nice carryover in how we perform out here.
We saw some great minutes in production out of Bryson Tucker in your last game against UNCG. What did you like about what you saw from him?
Well, it's a guy that's a freshman that's trying to figure it out, that comes off the bench for us and has played well. And he played really well in that particular game. So, it's just something that he can learn and grow from and continue to grow. Because when you're a freshman and playing against college players, that's been around a while, there's room for growth. And he's a good young man, He works, and we just got to keep him headed in the right direction.
When you look at your first 4 games, what have you learned about your team, and what are you still hoping to learn this week in the Bahamas?
Still searching. It's still early. I think defensively we've kind of got one foot in and one foot out in terms of how we're competing. And offensively, we haven't been too bad. We haven't shot the 3 ball the last game like we had done the first 3 games. We really shot it well, I thought, in the first 3 games, and you got to give credit from a defensive standpoint. They held us 5 for 19 in that particular game. So, we got to build on that because we shoot them every day in practice. We make them, and it's just got to be a carryover into the ball game. But offensively, I think our flow, when we're flowing right and moving the ball, things look pretty good for us. But when we 1 pass, a 2 pass shot, that's not how I want to play. So we just got to continue to grow in that area as well.
Miles Rice's production has been very good in the last couple of games. What have you liked from the way he's kind of manned the offense?
Well, he's doing everything that's asked of him. He can score the ball, and we just got to get him more comfortable and making plays for guys around him. because that's something new. You know, he's so used to shooting the basketball and scoring the basketball, and point guards have got to learn that trait, and he'll get there, you know, because he's a fun kid to coach, and, you know, he comes to work every day, and I really like that about him.
A tournament like this is obviously a lot about what's on the court, but also for a new team like yours, how important is it that they've gotten this time to gel together in a trip like this?
Well, it's, you know, we did a lot of gelling this summer, and so they know each other now, and for us to be away from home, you know, this far, and have all this competition that's out here, you know, that's what I'm staring at in terms of, you know, where our team is as a team. And, you know, Louisville's a good team, and, you know, we got to come ready to play for 40 minutes and see where it leads us.
This Louisville team likes to shoot the three ball, a lot of three-point attempts per game, a lot of makes per game. How do you defend these Cardinals?
Well, we've defended the three-point line pretty well these first 4 games, and teams that put up 30, you know, almost 30-plus threes against us. So we just got to go in with the mindset that we know that they got guys that can shoot it all over the gym, particularly Smith, and we just got to stay close and pay close attention to these guys.
What do you want to see from your team that might lead to a Hoosier win today?
Competing for 40 minutes, man. I mean, that's, you know, you put a 40-minute ball game together where you're doing it on both ends of the floor, defensively and offensively, and good things normally happen for you, so we'll see.
Coach, we appreciate the time. Best of luck today.
All right, thank you.
We'll come back and bring you the Hunter Bloomington Properties Scouting Report in a moment. This is Indiana University Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Subaru is Consumer Reports 2024 Best Mainstream Automotive Brand and has earned more IIHS Top Safety Awards than any other brand since 2013. With 96% of all Subarus sold in the past 10 years still on the road and over 7 million Subarus built right here in Indiana, you know you're getting a quality vehicle. Royal Subaru has been serving Bloomington, Indiana for over 40 years. Visit us today at our East 3rd Street location or at royaleastsubaru.com. Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
Have you been injured at work? Contact Golitko and Daly, the Indiana work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. There's nothing easy about work injury cases. At Golitko and Daly, we focus on work-related injury cases and have board-certified and OSHA-trained trial lawyers to help you with your case. Find us at indianaworkers.com. Golitko and Daly, your Indiana work injury lawyers. At Golitko and Daly, we go to work when you can't.
Hoosier fans, Harrell Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Get back to doing what you love with the right support close to home. If you're experiencing hip or knee pain and it's affecting your everyday activities, it may be time to schedule a consultation with one of our highly skilled orthopedic surgeons. Our fellowship-trained surgeons specialize in outpatient joint replacement. We may be able to get you home on the same day of your procedure. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health will give you the expert care you need. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/BloomingtonOrtho.
Welcome back to Imperial Arena here in the Bahamas at the Battle for Atlantis tournament. First round matchup coming up between Indiana and Louisville here in just about a half an hour. Officer Ritter Eric Seward, John Herrick with you. It's time for our scouting report on Louisville, brought to you by Hunter Bloomington Properties. When scouting locations for your next apartment, make sure you check out what Hunter Bloomington Properties has to offer at hunterproperties.com. Hunter Bloomington Properties, because you should love where you live. We had a chance to catch up earlier this week with the voice of the Louisville Cardinals, Paul Rogers, about this 2024 Louisville squad.
Joined by the play-by-play voice of the Louisville men's basketball team, Paul Rogers. Paul, thanks for joining us. Just talking a little bit about this Louisville squad. New head coach Pat Kelsey. What's kind of the systematic changes he's brought, and what is the culture that Pat Kelsey's brought to Louisville?
Well, he's brought together a team that nobody knew each other at all. It is literally all transfers. There's nobody back from last year. All transfers and one freshman. And he has just preached this gospel of 24 for all, or 12, however many people, staff, players. They have them all kind of unified. And they've done it with a style of play that's very exciting, very fun for the players, fast-paced, pressure defense. Not full-court press, really, but just being aggressive defensively. Free-flowing offense that's really geared to three-point shooting, although it's not necessarily that they want to shoot a bunch of threes. It's just that the ball movement is in such a way that if the three-pointer's there, they're going to take it, and if not, they're going to work it into the perimeter. It's just been an exciting style that's a drastic change from what we went through here in two really rough seasons before this, and he's kind of reignited the hopes of the Louisville fans. They're 3-1. The one loss was to a very good Tennessee team. The 3 wins were to mid-major teams that Louisville should beat, but in all honesty, the past couple of years had not beat. So they just feel like they have a team that's got people excited to watch play, and hopefully will be competitive once they get into higher level competition, which they're certainly going to see here in the next few days.
It is a completely new team, a lot of transfer additions. You think about Rain Smith, Terrence Edwards Jr., Javon Hadley, Chucky Hepburn. A lot of the leading scorers of this team are all new to the program. How have things kind of gelled together, and how important are some of those early games against the non-con mid-major teams to kind of figure out that chemistry?
Well, they've been important. It actually began back in the summer when they went to the Bahamas, to Baha Mar, which is not quite next door to Atlantis, but very close by. And they played 2 exhibition games down there against very low-level teams. But the point was they got to play against outside competition and see if the things Coach Kelsey had been preaching to them would work. And they did at that level. And the cohesiveness of the group, considering at that time they'd only been together for about 2 months, was really impressive to see how much they played together, how diverse they were. They could all shoot, they could all defend, they could all pass. And it left them with a really good feeling, knowing that they weren't yet tested against top competition, but seeing how the system works, how it's geared to work, and how it can be successful. And then they followed up, as I said, with the 3 wins so far. The one loss was to Tennessee, who's really good. They lost by 22, and last time I checked, Tennessee had beaten everybody by 20 or more, so Louisville's not any different from others in that regard. And the transfers, as I said, have just all gelled together. They're all experienced. They're not just experienced, they have winning experience. They came from programs who were in the NCAA tournament last year, so they know what it takes to win. They know they need to play together to win, and it's been a good group to watch so far.
What's the impact right now of the Abubakar Traore injury and how that's changed the lineup?
It's significant. He was starting, although Coach Kelsey uses the bench a ton. In fact, almost automatically, Casey Pryor comes in only about 2 minutes into the game. But he was a starter, and I don't want to negate that. And he's a very versatile player. He's not real big, but when you look at his stats, he gets a lot of rebounds, a lot of blocks, a lot of steals, and a very energetic player. Maybe, and this is saying something on this group because they're all that way, led by Coach Kelsey, but maybe the most energetic and versatile player on the team. team. So it's hurt them, and they're going to be without them, I don't know exactly, probably at least another month or so. But they do have good depth. Everybody on the roster is going to play, and they'll try to cover up for that.
What are the expectations and the hopes for this Louisville team down here in the Bahamas and what they want to get out of this week?
In all honesty, considering how bad Louisville was the last 2 years, people just want to see them compete again. Can they win a game or two in the Bahamas? Possibly. But just be competitive. They not only lost, they lost big. I'll never forget 2 years ago in Kenny Payne's first year, Louisville went to Hawaii and just got demolished in a Maui Invitational every game. And there was no hope. And it was really set the tone for what was going to be a really dreadful season, especially by Louisville standards. So people just want to see a team that's competitive at a high level. How many games they're going to win this year is hard to say. I think they have the makings of being a 500 team if things fall right. Maybe a little better, frankly, other than Duke and North Carolina. It doesn't look like a great year for the ACC. So maybe they can be competitive in league games, and I think people will be okay with that for now. That's not going to be the standard down the road, but for now, considering where they're coming from, I think Louisville fans would accept that.
Should be a great week here in the Bahamas. Paul, thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Have a good time there.
Awesome.
Our scouting report brought to you by Hunter Bloomington Properties. Eric Sewer rejoins us as we continue to preview today's game, and we'll look at the keys to the game and the IU Health Injury Report coming up. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Sharp Business Systems of Indiana is proud to be an official technology solutions provider of IU Sports Properties. SBS Indiana is best known for our great document solutions such as copiers and printers. But here at SBS, we also offer a full line of professional audio-visual solutions, including touchscreen video boards with integrated speakers and microphones, complete with professional installation and service. This state-of-the-art technology can improve both communication and interaction in offices and classrooms alike. To find out more, go to sbsindiana.com or call 317-844-0033.
Hi, I'm Christian Lawrence.
And I'm Brad Lawrence at Goldcasters Diamonds and Fine Jewelry. And we just want to remind you how much the woman in your life really does love you.
Wow, but Dad, how can you know that?
Well, she puts up with his sports, doesn't she? She's letting him listen to the game right now.
True.
Because she is your biggest fan.
Always cheering you on.
So come to Goldcasters
for a little sparkling gift that reminds her
that you're her biggest fan too.
Goldcasters at 2nd and Washington in Bloomington.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers, we're improving lives, we're reimagining health insurance.
Hoosier fans, when it comes to transportation solutions, Enterprise runs every play in the book. From renting to buying, with cars, commercial trucks, and even passenger vans, Enterprise offers it all. And with more new college graduate hires every year than anyone else, you'll experience professional, spirited customer service that is unlike any other. So whatever your transportation need is, or the next time you have to travel, Enterprise has you covered. Pick the official partner of IU Athletics. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead, we don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with creativity and bravery. Unapologetically optimistic. Equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world. Because bold is who we are. 9 campuses, 1 purpose. Creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. Join us at iu.edu.
Hoosier fans depend on Master Rental for all your rental needs. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, our equipment and tool division has everything you need, from skid steers, excavators and boom lifts to jackhammers, battery chainsaws, paint sprayers, and tillers. Our tent and event division offers the obvious tents, tables, chairs, and the associated needs like dance floors, bounce houses, lighting, and etc. And new this year, we are in the portable restroom business too. Let Master Rental take care of all of your rental needs, like we take care of B-Town Boulevard.
Welcome back to Imperial Arena here with the Bad Boy Mowers battle for Atlantis. The opening game of the tournament. It features the 14th-ranked Indiana Hoosiers and the Louisville Cardinals. Ostermender rejoined by Eric Sewer. And Eric, it's been fun walking around the resort, seeing all the IU fans. We know this fan base travels well. It kind of feels like a home game in here today.
It really does. You can tell early there's a lot of red, obviously, with both Indiana and Louisville. But just looking at the shirts, I mean, it's probably 3/4 Indiana fans here, at least early. Still some seats to be filled, but it doesn't surprise me at all. Indiana fans travel like no one else in the country, and just walk around the resort. Really, it's all you see is Indiana fans. It's just exciting to see. A ton of people have made the trip to come see Indiana play really well here against Louisville.
Well, as we get ready, let's take a look at our injury report brought to you by Indiana University Health, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider for IU Athletics. For access to the state's most highly skilled physicians, visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington-Ortho. It's pretty clean on the injury report for Indiana. Ja'Kai Newton listed as questionable. He did not go through any of the pregame warm-ups. He's wearing a sweatsuit, so my guess is he is out today. But Gabe Kupp's not on the injury report for Indiana. He was questionable when we heard from Mike Woodson, the press conference yesterday, but he is not on the report, so should be good to go today. For Louisville, Abubakar Traore with the broken arm remains out. Corin Johnson, a 6'2 junior, is also out. He's a transfer from Washington, former Pac-12 Sixth Player of the Year. So those two are out for the Cardinals. Eric, as you have kind of looked at this matchup with Indiana and Louisville, what are some of the keys for the Hoosiers to start this tournament off with a win?
Yeah, I think it starts at the defensive end. Louisville is a team that will take a lot of threes. They want to play fast. So it starts with transition defense for Indiana. You've got to sprint back, but then you've also really got to communicate. It's not always going to be, this is my guy, and he's my only guy all game long. Indiana's got to be great at communication, not only on switches, but transition defense. Make sure you know who you're guarding at all moments of the game. If the Hoosiers can do that, Austin, they're going to be there on the catch. They'll be able to contest those threes. Louisville won't be able to play the type of up-tempo game that they want to play. I think if Indiana can string some stops together pretty consistently, especially early in the game, that bodes well for Indiana at the offensive end. Long rebounds, turnovers defensively really allow Indiana to get out and run and score early in transition.
Indiana's 4-0. But the competition is going to ramp up this week, especially with a potential matchup with Gonzaga or Arizona looming in this tournament, even with Louisville here today. What are some of the things you want to see Indiana clean up from those first 4 games?
I think rebounding the basketball is going to be really important. Indiana at times has allowed their opposition to be really involved at the offensive glass. Indiana's got to be great for 30 seconds defensively, getting a stop. But then, Austin, to get going to the other end, you got to rebound the basketball. And that's going to be really important, especially as you start playing teams that have the same type of size and athleticism that you have. You've got to be great on the fundamentals. So rebounding the basketball is going to be very, very important. And then just like everything, you really got to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
And Indiana's going to have to make threes against really good defense. Sometimes at the end of the day, you run a set, it doesn't work, and you need a guy who can just make a tough shot, and that's going to be important for Indiana.
Mike Woodson mentioned in our pregame conversation that they have been shooting the three well, almost 36% for the season, but just 26%, 5 of 19 in that win over UNCG, which was not a pretty basketball game by any means, but Indiana found a way to win late. Miles Rice has been really good the last couple of games. Indiana feels like they found that point guard who can kind of run the show, but Mike Woodson mentioned he wants to see him. He can score, wants to see him create for others as well.
Yeah, I think Miles has an opportunity to be the best player on the court each and every time he steps out there. Consistency is going to be the key for him moving forward. He's got to be able to score for Indiana from that point guard position, but he's also got to be able to distribute. I agree with Coach Woodson. Indiana needs a guy that can really make things happen for his teammates. And I think for Indiana, that's Miles Rice.
A little bit of that has been Trey Galloway as well. He's obviously had over 5 assists a game this season, coming off the bench here in his 5th season with Indiana. Somebody you mentioned before we got on the air and in our pregame, our first break, was Malik Renew. He and Umar Balo should have size advantages at times in this game against a smaller Louisville offense. And it's going to be important for those two to utilize that advantage, but part of that is staying on the floor and staying out of foul trouble in this game.
Yeah, and when you have your opportunities, you got to finish. And that's where Malik has really struggled the last couple games. He's had some nice looks, just not been able to consistently knock it down. And staying out of foul trouble is so important for Malik. Yeah, I agree. Indiana's got to be really good inside. You got to dominate the glass, but then you also got to dominate points in the paint. This Louisville team's going to want to shoot a lot of threes. Indiana's got to be the better team in the paint.
The bracket features Indiana and Louisville here in the opening game, and then the other matchup that will pair up with this one is Gonzaga, the number 3 team in the country, taking on West Virginia. So the 2 losers will play. The 2 winners will play tomorrow. The bottom half of the bracket has Oklahoma against Providence and number 24 Arizona against Davidson. Those 2 winners and losers will play. You're guaranteed 3 games over the next 3 days, no matter what happens, win or loss. And I know we've talked a lot about it with a lot of different people this week. It's not all about wins and losses this week. It's about getting reps against really good opponents. And for Indiana, for a non-conference schedule that doesn't have a whole lot else on it, it's getting to play some of these top 2 teams.
Yeah, you got to play them, but then, you can't get 3 losses on your resume. So you win this one against a decent Louisville team. Austin, it gives you an opportunity to play a really good team and potentially Gonzaga, maybe even Arizona down the road. So if you lose, well, you're going to play the loser of the next game. So Indiana needs to win this one here today. Gives them a chance to advance in this tournament.
And the starting game of a tournament sets the tone, allows you to kind of get your footing in a tournament. We've seen this, saw it a little bit in the women's tournament. We've seen it in past Battle for Atlantis. Shooting isn't always at its highest percentages in these ballroom type of events. It's going to be about the little things, the rebounding, who gets to the free throw line more, who can create more havoc defensively. That's going to be what it comes down here today, because ultimately sometimes it's hard to shoot in these ballrooms, which is where we're at here today. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip-off coming up in just a moment. Final break here of the pregame show. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
big savings?
Yep, which means...
it's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers, attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Hey Hoosier fans, basketball season is here and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Indiana basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Hoosiers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
SPG Roofing and Exteriors is proud to be a partner of IU Athletics. Whether it's a simple repair needed or you're looking into solar solutions for your home, with our combined 50 years of experience in the roofing industry, we can provide you with the quality workmanship you're looking for, along with the respect you deserve. Call us at 317-676-5756 or visit us at spgroof.com so we can get started on your project and schedule a contactless inspection to get an idea of the property and the project. We look forward to hearing from you soon, and go Hoosiers!
How many devices are connected to Wi-Fi in your home today? Televisions, smartphones, video doorbells, maybe even your refrigerator. It's a lot to put together into one seamlessly connected Wi-Fi solution. Smithville has just what you need to customize your ultra-fast Wi-Fi experience throughout your home. Learn how Smithville's new managed Wi-Fi service keeps you connected to what matters. Call 800-742-4084 or visit smithville.com to learn more.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
on the CareSource Radio Network. From Learfield, Hoosier Basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Coors Light. Coors Light. Choose chill. Official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. And by Smithville, at home and at work. Smithville is your local choice for internet, voice, and smart security solutions. Visit smithville.com for more information. The tip is moments away. From the Smithville Broadcast Center, here's the voice of the Hoosiers, Don Fisher.
We're back here in Imperial Arena at the Bad Boy Mowers battle for Atlantis. The Hoosiers and the Cardinals set to go here at the top of the hour to start off this fantastic tournament. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network. Let's get into our starting lineups, which are brought to you by Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers, a winning team for victims of injury and loss. The Louisville Cardinals, Indiana is the visitor on the scoreboard, so we'll start with them, the number 14 ranked team in the country, 4-0 coming into this tournament. At a guard, a 6'3" redshirt sophomore from Columbia, South Carolina, Miles Rice. At another guard, a 6'3" sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia, Kaden Carlisle. At a forward, a 6'9" sophomore from Gladstone, New Jersey, Mackenzie Mbako. Another forward, a 6'9" junior from Miami, Florida, Malik Renew. And at the center position, a 7-foot redshirt senior from Hulikoro, Mali, Umar Balo. The Hoosiers are coached by Mike Woodson in his 4th season with the program. 67 wins as the head coach at Indiana. Associate head coaches Kenya Hunter and Yasir Rosemont, and assistant coach Brian Walsh. Now for the Louisville Cardinals, who come in 3-1. Their lone loss, a 22-point defeat at the KFC Yum Center to Tennessee. At a guard, a 6'6" fifth-year senior from St. Paul, Minnesota, Javon Hadley. Another guard, a 6'6" fifth-year senior from Atlanta, Georgia, Terrence Edwards Jr. Another guard, a 6'2" senior from Omaha, Nebraska, named Big Ten and Indiana fans are familiar with, Chucky Hepburn, a transfer from Wisconsin. At a forward, a 6'10" fifth-year senior from Chicago, Illinois, Kaysen Pryor. And the other forward, a 6'11" sixth-year senior from Savannah, New York, Noah Waterman. The Louisville Cardinals are coached by Pat Kelsey in his first season with the program, his 13th season as a head coach. He had previous stops at Winthrop and most recently the College of Charleston, where he put together a fantastic career there. 27-8 last year. He has 11 conference championships and 4 NCAA tournament appearances in his previous 12 years as a head coach. Let's take a look at your uniform report for Louisville. They're wearing their white uniforms with black lettering and numbering and red trim around. Indiana's in its crimson uniforms with the white Indiana across the chest, the number underneath. Well, Eric, it's a highly anticipated tournament for anybody who gets to play in these MTEs, and this is one of the top ones, this battle for Atlantis. Hoosier fans have been looking forward to this. We've been looking forward to this. I know Indiana's ready to go here today.
Yeah, it's not only fun for the players and the travel party, but, you know, these tournaments have some really good talent and some really experienced teams that are really going to be competing for, you know, advancement into the NCAA tournament. There's a few teams in this battle for Atlantis that at the end of the day, Austin, you could very much anticipate they could compete for a national championship. And that's the opportunity for Indiana as they advance in this tournament, an opportunity to play against those types of teams, get some quality wins underneath your belt, but also to kind of measure up and see, okay, at this point in the season, where do we stand against some of the best teams in the country?
Our officiating crew today, Mike Roberts, Brett Smith, and Kiss Merlo. Umar Balo will tip for Indiana. It'll be Kaysen Pryor, the fifth-year senior, to tip for Louisville. There's basically no continuation from last year's Louisville team. Pat Kelsey hit the transfer portal hard. 11 players participated in last year's NCAA tournament. And that just shows you how many new players they had, because Louisville was not in that NCAA tournament last year, but they have 11 players on their roster that played for different teams in last year's tournament. Indiana 4-0. They're getting tested this week against some really good competition in the battle for Atlantis. Louisville's 3-1. They've taken care of business against their non-power opponents, but did lose by 22 to a Tennessee Volunteer team, for whatever it's worth, that Indiana beat in a scrimmage back in October. First game of 4 today in the Bad Boy Mowers battle for Atlantis. In the 13 years of this tournament, 2 champions have gone on to win the national title. The tip is up. Indiana secures it, and Malik Renew hands it off to Miles Rice. Hoosiers will work from our vantage point away from us, right to left across the court. Miles Rice, a bounce pass top of the key for Umar Balo. Back to Rice. It's stolen away by Chucky Hepburn. He'll take it the other way, and a finger roll up and in. And Louisville has its first points of the game. 19:40 to go here in the first quarter. It's Louisville 2, Indiana nothing. Miles Rice with the basketball near half court for the Hoosiers. Defended tightly by Chucky Hepburn, who said Indiana got him the last time he played him with Wisconsin. He wants revenge. Said that at the press conference yesterday. Miles Rice, left side for Carlisle. Chest pass up top for Renew. Fakes a pass inside to Balo, being covered up by Pryor. 5 to shoot. Mbako inside Balo. Turns to his right hand. Puts it up. Doesn't get the roll. Pryor cleans out the rebound for Louisville. Pryor up the floor to the top of the key. Gives it off to Hepburn. Hepburn off the screen with Renew switched onto him defensively. Floated back outside for Edwards Jr. Right side for Hadley. Back up top. This is Waterman. Made a couple of starts in a row now in place of the injured Abubakar Traore. Into the right corner. Edwards Jr. for 3, and it's good. They're going to say foot on the line. 2-pointer. It is 4-0 Louisville with 18:40 the first. Miles Rice being hounded up the floor by Chucky Hepburn. Rice, bounce pass to the left elbow for Balo. Hoosiers yet to score in their first couple of possessions. Balo up top for Renew. Dribbles left side. Inside the arc, defended by Pryor. Floated inside to Balo with good position, and the right-hand layup is good.
You can tell Indiana's emphasis. They're trying to get the ball inside. The first couple possessions here, trying to get that high-low going with Balo underneath the basket.
Louisville 4, Indiana 2, 18-10 of the first. Hepburn across the half-court stripe. Picked up his dribble and treble. Finds Hadley on the left wing. Back up top, Pryor. Pryor trying to attack right side, slashing, but blocked by Renew and saved. Taps it in for Miles Rice. Rice up the floor to Carlisle, who wasn't ready for it. It goes out of bounds.
This is not going to make Coach Woodson very happy here. Already early in this ballgame, his star point guard, Miles Rice, 2 early turnovers in the first couple minutes of action. You got to credit Chucky Hepburn. He's done a nice job pressuring the ball, being a nuisance out there defensively. But Indiana cannot turn the ball over like that if they expect to win this ballgame.
Louisville basketball leading 4-2, 17:48 to go in the first half. Chucky Hepburn with a screen incoming from Waterman. He'll go the other way, slashing left. Broken down to the block by Rice. Good defense by Miles Rice. Hepburn kicks it out to Pryor on the left wing. He'll attack, steps back outside the arc, launches up a 3. It's an air ball, and it is saved. No, he's out of bounds. So Indiana gets the stop. 4-2 Louisville, 17:28 in the first. And it's Indiana basketball. One of the things I was not ready for, switching from women's to men's, the halves to quarters thing, it got me there for a second. Saying there was 17 minutes left in the game. That seemed strange. Balo out of the left wing here for Indiana. Handoff, fake to Mbako, given to Carlisle. Slips it to Balo inside. 2-hand jam. Hadley. Hoosiers tie it up at 4 with 17:05 of the first. Pryor off a couple of screens. Good wall-off defense by Rice. Back to Hepburn. Has Balo on him defensively. Drives past him. Fakes the shot. Kicks it out to Waterman. Handoff to Hepburn in the left corner for 3, and that's good. 7-4 Louisville. That's their first 3 of the ball game. They average 10 3-point makes a game on 34 attempts a contest. Those numbers are toward the top nationally. Rice spins past Hepburn, gets to the bucket, missed the shot through some contact, and Mbako cleans it up. They are not going to call goaltending on his shot attempt.
They should call goaltending there. That ball was on its way down.
They're going to say 2 shots for Mbako. This is, wow, I'm shocked they did not call that. None of them have even thought about it.
No, I cannot believe it. The foul was called. That ball was on its way down. I can't really see the angle. but that ball was blocked way on the way down, and Coach Woodson can't believe it either.
Yeah, he's having a conversation with one of the officials. First free throw up and good. It's almost like they almost took their eye off the ball when they called the foul and didn't watch what Louisville did to it after the fact.
Yeah, exactly.
So Rain Smith checks in for Louisville. That's important because off the bench, he is their leading scorer at about 15 a game. He shoots the three at 42%. He was a 37% career shooter from beyond the arc at Charleston over 3 seasons. He comes over with his head coach, Pat Kelsey. Both free throws good for Mbako. 7-6 Louisville, 6:20 of the first. Hepburn on the left wing, defended by Mbako off a screen for the newly checked in James Scott. Baseline right side, it's Waterman, swatted away by Umar Balo. Mbako cleans it up and takes it up the floor for Indiana. Renew at the top of the key, puts it on the deck, stopped by Waterman, out left side for Mbako. Mbako backing it on Hepburn, picks up his dribble, cross-court pass to Renew right wing. He attacks, bumps into Waterman, puts up a hook shot that comes up short. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It's going to be off of Renew, and that will take us to our first media timeout of the ball game. Early in the game, 15:53 in the first. The score on the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard is Louisville 7, Indiana 6. Back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
This is Steve Webb with Electric Plus, a full-service electrical contractor powering Indiana with offices in Bloomington, Avon, Lafayette, and Kokomo. We work hard to deliver big wins for our customers. We lead the league in new construction, expansions, modernizations, and service repair. Our team excels at industrial, commercial, residential, and 24/7 emergency coverage. Just like the Hoosiers desire to be the best, the mission of Electric Plus is to be the best electrical contractor, period. For more information, please visit electricplus.com and go Hoosiers.
As a red-blooded IU fan, you know when something's homegrown, Hoosier authentic. That's why you'll love Indiana Kitchen premium pork products. Indiana Kitchen's a real Indiana company that partners with its surrounding family farms to deliver the highest quality, best-tasting pork you can buy. Like Indiana Kitchen bacon. It's cut a little thicker and smoked over natural hardwood for a hearty Hoosier flavor no other brand can match. One taste and you'll know why more people are saying, my brand is Indiana. Find out more at indianakitchen.com.
Smithville's been a proud sponsor of IU Athletics since 2009 and in the communications business since 1922. So we know how important it is to have a reliable internet connection when IU is playing. Watch the Hoosiers this season with gig speeds from Smithville. At the game, keep an eye on your home or business right from your phone with our smart security options. At home or at work, trust Smithville to connect you to fiber internet, voice, and security solutions. To learn more, call 800-742-4084 or visit smithville.com.
Back inside the Imperial Arena at the Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas. It's the Bad Boy Mowers battle for Atlantis, and as we stand, Louisville leads Indiana 7-6 with 15:53 to go in the first half. Smithville connects Hoosiers at home and at work through internet, voice, and smart security solutions. Stick with the home team. Visit smithville.com for more information.
Well, Indiana's really dominating the paint early. They've gotten Balo involved. The big man is absolutely working at both ends for the Hoosiers. He's demanding the ball inside. Defensively, he's protecting the rim. Just struggling a little bit defensively on some of the switches. Chucky Hepburn is absolutely dominating the start of this game for Louisville. And Indiana's gotten a bad matchup defensively because they haven't switched on some of those cross screens, down screens, and ball screens. So that's going to be key here moving forward.
Indiana will keep its same lineup out there out of the timeout. The two subs still in for Louisville, James Scott and Rain Smith. Chucky Hepburn runs the point for Louisville at the top of the key off a screen and a roll to the right wing. Now off another screen, he dishes into the left corner. Shot fake from Smith, launches up a three and hits another one. One of the best three-point shooters in the country over the last couple of seasons, certainly high volume. And Louisville leads Indiana 10-6. Carlisle in trouble near half court, able to scoot a pass over to the right wing for Mbako. Launches over to the left wing. Carlisle fires up a three. That one misses to the right. Rebound tipped around. Rice gets it in his hands. Reverse layup doesn't go. Balo is there for the putback. He missed that shot. Tipped out to Mbako, top of the key. Mbako lost the basketball. It's stolen away by Louisville. Up the floor comes Scott, quickly dishing, and there is a layup for Javon Hadley. Well, that's a tough sequence for Indiana. Layup on one end, missed. A layup on the other end, hit. And it's a 6-point game in favor of Louisville. Carlisle scoops it over left side for Rice. Gets past his defender, drives, but had nowhere to go and lost the basketball. Smith up the floor to Hepburn. Drops it off for Hadley, who wasn't ready for it. Gives it back to Hepburn in the right corner. Hepburn down the baseline. Kicks it opposite corner. This is Smith. Back around the horn. Smith on the right wing. And gives it to Scott. 15 to shoot here still for Louisville. Handoff to Rain Smith. Late closeout. Shot is short. And the rebound tipped around and out of bounds off of Louisville.
Another miscommunication there at the top of the key. That's a wide open three for Smith, the best three-point shooter on the court for Louisville. Indiana doesn't talk. Two guys go to the wrong defender, and Smith's left wide open at the top of the key. Those are the types of communication errors that we're talking about. Indiana's got to clean things up at the defensive end.
He's made 3 or more threes in every game this season for Louisville. Trey Galloway and Bryson Tucker to the ball game for Indiana in place of Carlisle. Galloway runs the show deep on the right wing. Left side for Tucker coming off a season-high 14 against UNCG. Balo on the left wing. Gives it for Galloway, but he threw it out of bounds. They're going to say Louisville was last to touch. Now they're going to change it. Indiana the last to touch. It's Louisville basketball.
That's 5 turnovers here, too. That's not how you win a ball game. Indiana, 6 minutes of play, 5 turnovers.
Well, Louisville's done that this year. 14th nationally in turnover margin. They are 7th nationally, forcing 19 turnovers a game. They've created some here today for Indiana. Pryor nearly threw it away. It's tapped out of bounds by Renew along the far sideline near half court. Louisville ball, 22 on the shot clock. 13:58 in the first half. Louisville leads Indiana 12-6. This is Terrence Edwards Jr. on the left wing. With Rice defending, dribbles to the right side, now up top between the circles, pivots and kicks left side for Pryor. He'll launch up a 3, in and out. Rice crashes the board. Miles Rice brings it up the floor for Indiana. Top of the key, Balo inside for Renew. There's a foul underneath. It's going to go on Louisville. Renew had kind of displaced Javon Hadley, but I think they're going to call Hadley for holding on to Renew. Pat Kelsey can't believe it. It's going to be the first call on Hadley and the team's second.
That's really the only thing Indiana's been able to get consistently here in this first half is that high-low action. And that's where the advantage is. Renew, Balo, those are the 2 best inside front court players on the court. Indiana's got to continue to look at them.
They lob it into Balo at the top of the key. He'll hand it off for Galloway. Throws it into the right block for Renew, and he went up and down with it. A travel on Malik Renew. He was trying to shot fake and let the defender go by, but he bunny hopped into the air. Luke Goody checks in for Umar Balo, so Indiana will go a little smaller here now with a 4-guard lineup. As Tucker technically a forward, kind of a wing player, but a much smaller lineup here for the Hoosiers, matching up with a smaller Louisville lineup. Top of the key, it is Edwards Jr. dealing with Rice. Gives off to Scott, right back to Edwards Jr. He goes the left wing, step back, wide open 3, but he missed it strong. Galloway the rebound, numbers for Indiana in transition. Galloway drives all the way to the bucket. The bank shot doesn't go. Renew gets the rebound, and he's fouled on a putback attempt by Kason Pryor.
That's how you get involved there if you're Malik. Struggled a little bit when you get your catch. But if you can attack the glass, and boy did he attack the glass there in transition, and just be a force, rebounding the basketball, that's going to give Indiana second chance opportunities. It's going to get Malik to the free throw line and get involved here offensively for the Hoosiers.
That is 5 offensive rebounds for Indiana in this game, 0 for Louisville. So Indiana doing a good job in that area. Renew's first free throw on its way, up and good. On the season, Malik Renew 87% from the stripe. Indiana's much improved as a team, 81% for the free throw line. Smith and Scott to the bench. Waterman is back in, as well as Javon Hadley. Second free throw coming from Renew. Indiana's just 22% from the floor, 2 of 9 so far to start this game. And both free throws good for Malik Renew. 12-8 Louisville, 13 to play here in the first half. Chucky Hepburn dealing with the pressure of Miles Rice. A handoff to Edwards on the right wing. He takes it between the circles, deals it left side for Hepburn. Hepburn with Goody on him on a switch. Hepburn going to work against a couple of former Big Ten players. And that one up and in for Chucky Hepburn. 14-8 Louisville, 12:38 in the first. Miles Rice dribbles to the right elbow, picks up his dribble, kicks it out to Goody, shoveled back to Rice, entered in right block for Renew, spins into a hook shot in the paint and scores. 14-10 Louisville, 12-23 in the first. Across the timeline comes Hepburn, the former Wisconsin Badger. Around the horn, they dish left corner for Edwards. Back out wing for Pryor. Pryor bounce pass inside for Hadley. Tipped by Rice. Hadley comes up within the corner. Now backing in on Rice. Out to Pryor. Shot fake. Drive. Pryor unattended. He'll lay it in. 16-10 Louisville, 12 to go here in the first half. Quickly the other end. Galloway tries to hit Tucker. It's off his fingertips, out of bounds. A seventh Indiana turnover brings us to a timeout on the floor. 11:56 to go in the first half. It's Louisville 16, Indiana 10 on the Central Indiana Honda Dealers scoreboard. Back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you can always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to giving you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this basketball season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock, like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have Happy Honda Days, search your local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/25.
Welcome back to Imperial Arena here in the Bahamas. It's the battle for Atlanta's first-round matchup. Louisville leads Indiana 16-10. Your Central Indiana Honda dealers are proud to bring you better Hondas for a better Indiana. Award-winning Hondas built right here in Indiana in our local factories. Search your local Honda dealer for a great deal on a new Honda. Eric, it's been a little sloppy here thus far for Indiana.
It really has. Indiana's really not handled the ball pressure very well. Louisville has come out, to their credit. The three guards are out pressuring the ball all the way out to the half-court line. And it's not just I'm going to pretend like I'm pressuring. No, they're up into these Indiana guards. And for the Hoosiers offensively, you got to be able to handle that ball pressure. You got to attack the ball pressure, and then at the end of the day, make a good decision with the basketball. Early Indiana really struggled with the ball pressure, and then even when they break that ball pressure and get into the lane, just some careless passes. Right now, 7 early turnovers for Indiana in the first 8 minutes of action. That's not going to win you a lot of games.
And the officials are letting it be physical out on the perimeter. The guards are allowed to kind of body up. And Indiana hasn't handled it all that well thus far. Chucky Hepburn gets it inbounds for Louisville, who has not turned the ball over through the first 8 minutes of this game. Hepburn near half court, defended by Rice, dribbling left, attacking the basket, shot fake to get up in the air. They're going to call it travel before he was fouled, and so it's a turnover number 1 for Louisville. And Indiana gets it back, trailing by 6.
Lucky that was called a travel, because Chucky Hepburn was able to turn the corner there. Defensively, you got to keep the ball out beyond the three-point line. That's way too easy for Hepburn to get to the paint.
And he had Rice off his feet and about to foul him. Galloway with it. Tipped pass for Balo, who comes out to get it. Top of the key. Muscles it away from Waterman. Left side, Goody. Now into the corner. Rice dribbles out of the corner. Bounce pass to the right elbow for Balo, who puts up a one-handed shot put from the right elbow, and it scores. 16-12 Louisville, 11-13 in the first. Inventive shot there from Umar Balo. Chucky Hepburn to the top of the key. He'll attack right. Cut off on the baseline by Goody. Hepburn muscling in. Kicks it out for Kenai Roos, who's in for the first time. Now a Waterman three-point attempt doesn't go. Offensive board, immediate turnover from Louisville. Roos grabbed the board. He threw it to the sideline out of bounds. Indiana ball. Luke Goody will inbound here for the Hoosiers. Indiana's only taken 1 3. That was a Kanan Carlisle 3 earlier in the ball game. Louisville's taken 7. They've made 2. That's not a bad ratio. That's about where their season average is, 29%, but they will continue to fire them up. They average 10 for 34 per game. Luke Goody on the left wing. Shovels to Mbako. Up top, it's Galloway off the screen from Balo. Galloway to the bucket. His running floater too strong. Rebound picked up by Pryor. Up the floor, Chucky Hepburn. Quickly to Waterman. He'll launch a left wing 3. Much too strong. Rebound pinballs around. Goody had it for a moment. Pryor gets it. Euro steps to the hoop. Missed it strong. Roos another offensive board for Louisville. Edwards out to Hepburn. To Pryor for 3. That's too strong. And another offensive rebound for Louisville in the near corner. It's Edwards Jr. Navigating traffic to the baseline. Out to Hepburn. Top of the key. 3 to shoot because it hasn't hit the rim yet. He launches up a 3. It doesn't go. Loose ball picked up again by Louisville. They're back in possession. Edwards on the left wing. Screen from Pryor. Edwards, head fake, drive, pivots. Backdoor cut for Hepburn. Met at the summit by Umar Balo. Up the floor, it's Mbako. The scoop shot doesn't go. Tucker tips it up. Mbako gets the offensive board. Out to Goody. Left corner 3. Left it short. And on the rebound, there is a foul on Louisville. I think there was a shove in the back from one of the Cardinals. It's going to go on Terrence Edwards Jr. That's his first, team's 4th. Indiana has not been called for a foul yet in this game, halfway through the first half. And it's Indiana ball. What a chaotic sequence that last minute was.
Absolutely chaotic. Indiana's got to come away with these offensive rebounds. And you have a Louisville team that's going to shoot a lot of threes. Well, you're going to get a lot of the long rebounds. And you got to give credit to the Hoosiers. Defensively, they're getting their hands up, contesting, but you got to close out that possession with that rebound.
Those last couple were weird because none of them were hitting the rim. Tucker gets the inbound, elevates up for a 15-footer that comes up short. Rebound picked up by Javon Hadley. Hadley lost it on a high dribble, gets it back over to Hepburn around the horn. Left wing, Waterman launches a 3 and connects. 19-12 Louisville, 9:28 in the first. They're going to shoot the threes. You just can't let them be as open as they have been a couple of times there. Waterman uncontested on that 3. Galloway at the top of the key to Balo on the left wing. Handoff for Tucker. Tucker attacking left into the body of his defender, running. Jumper doesn't go. Rebound tipped around, and from his backside, Rain Smith secures it for Louisville. Up ahead, it's Hepburn. Hepburn through traffic, defended by Galloway. Shot fake, throw it up for grabs. It's stolen away by Renew, and all of a sudden Louisville's getting a little sloppy with it. Renew down the floor, running hook doesn't go. Another rebound for Louisville. Indiana is 4 of 17 from the floor to start this game. Up the floor, Waterman, right side, Hepburn. Gives to Scott on the right wing, hounded by Balo. Handoff to Rain Smith, their top sharpshooter from 3. Smith picks up his dribble at the elbow, gives it to Scott. Poked away from behind by Balo, but a reach-in foul called. And that will be the first foul called on Indiana in this half. Checking in for Louisville, Terrence Edwards Jr. and Kaysen Pryor both back in. It's going to be Hepburn and Waterman to the bench.
Indiana's got to stay locked in here defensively. Starting the game 4 of 17 from the field. It's danger time right now. If you continue to shoot the ball like this, and Louisville starts getting hot from 3, this game could get in a bad spot here real quick. So continue to do what you've done here the last several minutes here defensively.
Miles Rice in for Bryson Tucker. 19-12 Louisville, 8:28 in the first. Cardinal basketball on the right side, Edwards Jr. Heaves a pass up top to Rain Smith for a 3, and that hits. And this is a double-digit lead now for Louisville, 22-12. And it's quiet in this arena because Indiana makes up about 70% of the crowd here. Miles Rice, the running shot doesn't go. Tipped out to Renew for a top-of-the-key 3 and a much-needed bucket for Indiana. 22-15 Louisville, 8 minutes to play in the first half. Across the timeline comes Edwards Jr. Screen set. Edwards Jr. drives, floated up, knocked away by Balo. Renew picks it up. Renew sprinting ahead. Euro step, but he traveled. And that's another Indiana turnover, their 8th of the ball game. Timeout on the floor, 7:47 to play in the first half. Louisville leads Indiana on the Central Indiana Honda Dealers scoreboard, 22-15. Back in a moment. This is IU basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Indiana University knows a thing or two about making great plays, and so does Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Whether you qualify for Medicaid or Medicare, a plan through the Affordable Care Act, or have health coverage through your job, you can feel confident with Anthem's large network of doctors, hospitals, and health professionals. To learn more about Anthem's health plans, call your authorized agent or visit Anthem.com. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc., independent licensees of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association. Anthem is a registered trademark of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
Milwaukee-based Cousin Subs now has 2 Indianapolis area locations at 9321 North Michigan Road and 8545 South Emerson Avenue. To celebrate, Cousins and Indiana University Athletics have teamed up to offer IU fans a chance for 2 tickets to the final home game on March 8th and a shot at $100,000 in their half-court hall sweepstakes. Fans can enter daily through February 28th and find more info at iuhoosiers.com/Cousin Subs. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
big savings?
Yep, which means...
it's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Welcome back to Imperial Arena here with the Bad Boy Mowers battle for Atlantis, the opening game of this tournament. And right now, Louisville leads the 14th ranked Hoosiers 22-15. We're brought to you by CareSource, individual and family health insurance, reimagining health insurance. Well, Eric, it's 5 for 19 start from the floor for Indiana, 26%. Only 3 Hoosiers have scored. Balo got it started. He has 6. Renew's been the late scorer now with 7, and Mbako with 2, and that's it. Only 2 Hoosiers have made a basket because Mbako's points come from the free throw line.
Yeah, well, college basketball teams, they want to play fast. And even Indiana at times, you hear Coach Woodson say he wanting to play faster. The question is, can you play fast but stay in control? And right now, Indiana, all 5 guys on the court, aside from maybe Balo, who's had a really nice start to this ball game, are really playing out of control. As they make their move to the basket, no game plan in mind. It's either been a turnover or a really rushed shot here. 5 of 19 from the field, 8 early turnovers in the ball game for the Hoosiers. Offensively, just putting the Hoosiers in a bind right now. Even if you can get some stops, you got to find some way to turn things around here at the offensive end.
Here's a stat for you, Eric. Indiana 0 for 7 on layups thus far in this game. That's a big reason why they have fallen behind early. 7:45 of the first. Louisville 22, Indiana 15. We figured it wouldn't be a high shooting day in these ballroom tournaments. Indiana's got to grind back into this. Rice into the left wing for a Rain Smith 3-ball. It rattles in. He's hit the last 2 for Louisville. Leads back to 10, 25-15. Cardinals are 5 of 13 from 3. It's over half of their points coming from beyond the arc. Galloway on the left wing. Off the screen from Balo. Left corner, Renew. Inside, good catch from Balo. Shot fake to let Pryor run by him, and it clears room for a layup. 25-17 Louisville, 7:05 of the first. Javon Hadley stolen away, his pocket picked by Renew. Renew to Miles Rice. He steps up to the top of the key. Hoosiers didn't have numbers, so wisely pull it out. And Mbako inside Renew with great position for 2. That's what's worked today for Indiana.
Yeah, the low post, and Indiana's got to continue to look for it.
Renew almost got another steal. He knocked it away from behind, but it goes right to Pryor for an easy layup. 27-19 Louisville, 6:40 to go here in the first half. Basketball in the hands of Miles Rice, deep on the left wing. Bounce pass to Balo on the left block extended. He's backing in, kicks it opposite side to Mbako up for 3. Bingo! 27-22, Louisville up by 5 as Indiana connects on a 3-ball. Edwards Jr. driving, 2-man game with James Scott. They got Balo in the middle and Scott slams it home. Mbako nearly threw it away as Rice was talking to Woodson. He turns around and grabs it. 6 to play in this opening quarter. Opening half. Hoosiers down 7. Miles Rice over to the right side for Balo. Offense has looked a little bit better out of this latest timeout for Indiana. They almost turned it over there. Renew gets it right corner. 3 ball. In, out, and back in. Hoosiers starting to connect from 3. That's 3 of them the last 3 minutes of this game. 29-25 Louisville. And now the large Hoosier contention on his feet. Rice almost got a steal. Edwards Jr. gets it back. He steps up to the right wing, picks up his dribble, and throws into the backcourt. Out of bounds. A turnover for Louisville. Indiana will take over.
Indiana starting to hit some shots here. 5 of the last 5. It really started with Balo on the low block. Then Renew got involved. Then Renew hit a 3. Finally, you get the defense to suck in Austin, and you get the skip pass, and you get Mackenzie Mbako involved. But it starts inside offensively for Indiana. It always has. With these 2 bigs, you've got to continue to look to the low block, play inside first, then out. If you can do that, you can get some open looks, and that's exactly what's happened here the last couple minutes for the Hoosiers.
Starting 5 back out there for Indiana as Carlisle replaces Galloway. 5:25 of the first. Louisville 29, Indiana 25. This has been an excellent stretch here for the Hoosiers, getting some turnovers and turning them into points. Rice over left side for Renew. The handoff to Miles Rice off a hard screen. He feeds Balo on the left block. Double teamed inside Renew. Layup doesn't go. Another missed one around the rim. Rebound Waterman. Rain Smith brings up the floor. The Charleston transfer. Dishes left side to Chucky Hepburn. He's back in the game for Louisville. Up top Pryor. Dribbling left, dishes to Hepburn. Hepburn drives the baseline, twists past Rice, puts up a shot. Balo couldn't get to it, and it's up and in for Hepburn. 31-25 Louisville, 4:50 in the first. Miles Rice off a screen, spinning around, driving to the bucket, lost the ball on his way to the hoop. It's out of bounds off of Louisville. So it'll be Indiana basketball with Terrence Edwards Jr. returning to the ball game for Rain Smith for Louisville.
I like the move by Miles there. You got to find some way to get past that ball pressure. Once you get inside the paint, though, Coach Woodson even talked about in the pregame, you got to find a way to find other teammates open for 3, or you got to get to the free throw line there. There's been contact. He's just not been able to draw the foul.
Carlisle left side for Renew. Renew pivoting into the lane. Foul is called as he tried to scoop it up with the left hand. A blow to the head is called on Pryor. That's his second, team's 5th. Indiana's still only been called for 1 foul thus far in this first half. Louisville has not attempted a free throw. The Hoosiers are 4 of 4, including a pair already in this game from Malik Renew, who has a game-high 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Green and Schultz trial lawyers have the strength to accomplish legal challenges you may face. Green and Schultz, a winning team for victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com. Miles Rice to the bench. Indiana brings Trey Galloway back in. First free throw up and good for Renew. James Scott back in for Louisville. He replaces Case and Pryor. Feels like it's been more controlled for Indiana offensively here, Eric.
Yeah, they're getting some good looks. Like I mentioned, it started around the paint, and you got to find some way to get this Louisville defense to collapse the defense on the basketball and get some kickouts for 3.
Renew buries them both. Back to a 4-point game, 31-27. It was 10 in favor of Louisville a couple of times. Hepburn being pestered by Carlisle. Drops it off left wing for Hadley. Around the horn, Edwards gets it on the right wing. Up top, it's Hepburn. Hepburn shaking and baking, but going nowhere. Out to the right side, Hadley. Hadley inside the arc, kicks to Waterman for a left wing 3. Good contest, but he makes it anyway. 34-27 Louisville. 4:05 in the first. Renew was there with a hand to the face, but Waterman, who is a 28% three-point shooter, knocks it down. Galloway left side for Carlisle. Back up top, a pass at the feet, off the foot of Galloway and picked up by Chucky Hepburn for Louisville. Hepburn down the lane, kicks it out, reach-in foul called on the kick out. And that'll bring us to a timeout on the floor. 3:47 to go in the first. Louisville 34, Indiana 27. Back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey Hoosiers, it's time for adventure in Indiana's great outdoors. Picture yourself in Indiana at our first state park, McCormick's Creek. Join your family and friends traversing limestone canyons and waterfalls, or enjoy the peace and quiet of a night stay and a great meal at McCormick's Creek State Park's Canyon Inn. Great seasonal rates are available, all just minutes from Bloomington. Make memories naturally in Indiana. Find your next adventure at dnr.in.gov.
Let the team that takes care of your team take care of you. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health and Orthopedics and Sports Medicine will help you get back to doing the things that you love. Whether it's knee pain or a broken bone, you can schedule a consultation or visit our walk-in clinic for urgent needs. IU Health gives you more options for highly skilled care when, where, and how you need it, including right now. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho.
IU Credit Union. We believe in community commitment, a long-term relationship, building a strong and trusted partnership.
Appreciation and respect go a very long way.
A fair deal for everyone every day.
Leave your doubts behind. Grow your mind, time to shine. Make the day whatever you design.
IU Credit Union believes you can chase a dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
Welcome back to Imperial Arena here at the Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas. It's the Bad Boy Mowers battle for Atlantis, and Louisville leading the 14th ranked Indiana Hoosiers 34-27 with 3:47 to play in the first half. Fans, IU Credit Union is the exclusive provider of the IU Athletics MasterCard debit card. Choose yours from 6 great IU designs and show your Hoosier pride. See them online at iucu.org. IU Credit Union is an official partner of IU Athletics. Well, Eric, at times Indiana has made the offense look better, but right now the defense is struggling to keep up with all the switching Louisville's doing.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Louisville shooting 54% from the field, 43% from downtown, and they've got 10 assists on their 14 made baskets. And coming into the game, it's not like it was a surprise Louisville's shooting three-point shots. That's part of the scouting report right now. And too many times here early in this game, Indiana's just not been good on their communication, their switches in the half-court sets, and it's led to wide-open Louisville three-pointers. So that's got to be buttoned up. It has to be fixed. Because one of the keys to the game here defensively was out on the perimeter, making sure Indiana was talking. Because Louisville runs a ton of sets to make you switch and make you make a decision on what you're going to do. And so far, Louisville's looked really good offensively here, and they've been the aggressor.
You can't just look at their percentage because they're 305th in the country in three-point percentage, but they are 6th nationally in three-point attempts per game. And when you take that many, eventually some of them are going to go down. And today they have hit almost more than they've missed. They're 6 of 14 from three. It's Louisville ball out of the timeout. That call was on Trey Galloway. His first foul, team second. Neither team in the bonus at this point in the game. Inbound for Louisville into the corner. It is Scott, almost poked away by Renew, ripped away. It's pinballing between players, and it hit Scott while he was out of bounds. So a good steal by Balo and Renew, and Indiana takes it back.
Yeah, Balo's just been a force defensively. It just every single time there's any type of dribble penetration, if Balo's in the game, it's been really tough to score over Indiana's big man.
He and Renew have had active hands. Renew with 2 steals, Balo with 1 and a block today. Galloway on the right wing. Up top for Renew. They're running the high-low again to Balo. He taps it out around the horn. Carlisle, corner 3, short. And Waterman able to grab the board. Waterman hands it off for Hepburn, who takes it up the floor for Louisville. Off a screen from Scott. Hepburn underneath. Out to Waterman. Left wing 3. They're going to count it, and a foul is going to go on Louisville. Waterman did get knocked down. They did not call the foul on that. There was a foul under the basket on Louisville, but the three-pointer is going to count for Noah Waterman to make this a 10-point game.
I think they're going to review it, too. Away from the basketball. I was surprised there wasn't a foul on Malik Renew there on that closeout. It was a little too close for comfort there.
But he's done that a couple times now on Waterman.
And, I get it. Waterman's now knocked down 3 threes, so you're starting to get a little bit more aggressive on that closeout, but
Louisville is 8 for its last 8 from the floor.
It's just unacceptable here defensively, and it's got to be driving Coach Woodson crazy here, especially the threes. Now it's 7 made threes for Louisville, and Waterman's a guy I don't know exactly how tall he is, 6'8" maybe, but he's been a catch-and-shoot guy.
6'11".
6'11", okay.
You can shoot over about anybody.
6'11", catch-and-shoot guy on that left wing. He's been able to knock down 3 threes pretty much from the exact same spot on the court. And defensively, you just got to be so tight up on him and force him to drive. And that's going to take him out of his comfort zone right now. But right now, Waterman's living in his comfort zone. Catch and shoot threes on the left wing.
So this has actually gotten worse for Indiana. The foul was on Mackenzie Mbako. And they're reviewing to see if this ball was released by Waterman before or after the foul on Mbako. If it was before the foul, Louisville's going to have a 10-point lead and the basketball. If it was after, they will just have the basketball in a 7-point game.
Yeah, I didn't see the foul, but I heard the whistle, and it seemed like the whistle was as the ball was in the ball. The ball was in the air.
Yeah. Yep, I thought so too.
So my best guess here, without being able to see the replay, is it's going to be a 10-point deficit here for Indiana, and Louisville's going to have the basketball.
These last 3:15 are crucial to get this to a 1 or 2 possession game by the half.
Yeah, and it's really been both sides of the ball where Indiana has struggled here. Louisville's on pace for over 40 in this first half, which is a little bit better than their season average. And Indiana stuck at around 35% shooting from the field. They've been okay on threes, but just not nearly the type of volume that you would hope to see, especially with a Louisville team that's shooting 7 of 15 from downtown.
So they have declared the three-pointer as good for Noah Waterman, so he gets 3, his third of the day, on a guy who had made 5 through his first 4 games of the season. He has started the last 3 games since the Abubakar Traore injury. He was at Niagara, and actually it's going to be Indiana ball. The foul was on Louisville, so they got the foul wrong. It was on James Scott of Louisville. That should be the team's 6th. They haven't updated that on the board, but on our stats, it's right. So Indiana is in the bonus at the next Louisville foul. Balo, high-low, a turnover. It's taken away by Waterman. Hepburn running up the floor with a full head of steam. On the wing, it's Edwards for 3. That's short, and it bounces over the backboard onto the stanchion, out of play. So the score is Louisville 37, Indiana 27, 2:52 to play in the first. And again, the foul situation is 6 on Louisville, so the next Louisville foul will give Indiana free throws, which at this point, Indiana will take any opportunity they can to get some easy points. Louisville's made it difficult. Right side, Miles Rice. Up a screen from Balo, steps into a deep 2. That misses off to the right. Renew battling for the rebound. It's out of bounds off of Waterman. So Indiana will keep possession.
Good hustle there by Malik. Gives Indiana another opportunity here. But really, it's been the high-low inside game offensively for Indiana. But the last couple minutes, we've really seen Louisville make an adjustment defensively. They're running multiple defenders. Every time Indiana tries to get into that high-low, there's 2 or 3 guys inside the paint absolutely waiting for it defensively for Louisville.
Rain Smith back in for Louisville. Pat Kelsey talking to the officials about illegal screens during that break. Miles Rice in the corner had it knocked out of his hands, got it back, and then that handoff with Renew broken up by Hepburn. Rice gets it back, steps into a running floater that rattles out. Balo tried to tip the rebound out, but Rain Smith takes it away. Smith is bumped, no shot. They're going to call it on the floor. That's going to go on Carlisle. Louisville fans are all holding up the intentional foul sign. I didn't think there was anything about that play that signaled intentional foul. More so Rain Smith creating the contact than anything else.
It's just a smart play by Smith there. Just the second he felt the contact there, he went down. He knows how to draw a foul.
Yep.
Just not shooting threes. He can score in a few different ways. Coming off the bench, he's Louisville's leading scorer this season. So he's a guy that's experienced, knows how to get to the free throw line. That was just a heady play by Smith.
On the season, he's taken 40 shots, 38 of them from 3. He'll take one here in the corner off the inbound. That hit the side of the backboard. Offensive rebound for the newly checked in Frank Anselm-Ibe. Bryson Tucker's in for Indiana as well. Hepburn down the lane, threw up a lob, doesn't go. Tucker the rebound. Up ahead, it's Miles Rice. Rice trying to back into the lane, pulls it out. Inside 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Louisville 37, Indiana 27. Tucker, shot fake, pull up 2-pointer. That's low and off the front of the rim, but on the rebound, Balo was held. And it's going to go believe on Rain Smith. That's his second. The whole wearing jerseys above the number 5's getting me. I keep looking for a 15 when it's actually 6. So free throws here, bonus 1 and 1 for Umar Balo. Luke Goody's going to check back in for Indiana in place of Caden Carlisle. Indiana continues to struggle from the floor, 31%. 0 for their last 6. Hoosiers trying to break a 2-minute, 47-second scoring drought. Balo at the free throw line, shooting it left-handed this year, but he missed the front end. But I think there was a lane violation on Louisville. So Balo will get another opportunity, despite it being a 1-and-1 and a front-end miss.
Yeah, Balo's had a nice first half here for Indiana. He's got to make his free throws here. Indiana needs every point that they can get here to close out this half. This is a very, very important 1 minute, 49 seconds left to go here.
It's getting chippy out there. Renew was in the Louisville player huddle. They didn't like that. The fans didn't like that. Officials trying to step in. Did you ever do the huddle up with the other team move?
I did not do that, but I've had my fair share of chippy moments. And, this half has been very physical, so I get it. I see why these guys are getting chippy.
So Balo gets another chance at the front end of the 1-and-1. It's on its way and in and out again. Rebound, pinballs around and picked up by Waterman. So the Hoosiers go empty again. 1:42 to play in the first. Louisville 37, Indiana 27. Hepburn zigzagging down the lane, poked away by Rice, picked up by Balo. Rice speeding up the floor. He had it knocked away. Ball's on the deck. It's picked up by Waterman, and he gets it to Rain Smith. Looked like he was fouled by Tucker, no call. Smith all the way up the floor to Waterman. Waterman down the lane, up and under on Balo doesn't go. The tip no good from Anselm Ebe, and then Rice is called for the foul and another rebound.
Yeah, Indiana's just got to get that defensive rebound. You did your job defensively. You made Waterman drive the ball to the basket and try to finish over your size and underneath the basket. He's not able to do it. But on the weak side there, Louisville's got an offensive player right there to get the offensive rebound. Closing out possessions with defensive rebounds. You got to block out. You have to high point that basketball. Get a defensive rebound here for your team.
James Scott in for Anselm Ebe. Louisville inbound. They get it in for Scott on the block. Knocked away by Tucker. They shovel it out to Smith outside the wing right side. Off to Scott. Up top it is Hadley. Hadley slashing right, and he palmed it into a double dribble. So another Louisville turnover. Both teams have been a little sloppy in this first half. Indiana 11 turnovers. Louisville up to 9 now. And I think Indiana's going to call a timeout here. 30-second timeout for the Hoosiers. With 1:05 to play here in the first quarter. Louisville 37, Indiana 27. Hoosier fans, visit IUbench.com now and register for your chance to join your Hoosier men's basketball team for a unique on-court experience, including your own candy stripe pants at the IU Ohio State game March 8th, brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Well, this has been sloppy, to say the least, in this first half. And give Louisville credit, they're hitting shots. Indiana is not. But Indiana's got to find a way here in the last minute and 5 seconds to win these 65 seconds and take some momentum into halftime.
Yeah, I think it's important. I thought to start the game, Louisville was the aggressor at the defensive end and really made Indiana play back on their heels, especially from the guard position. Indiana hasn't got much from their backcourt here this afternoon. And we've talked about it a million times. You got to have great guard play in today's college basketball. Now, you want to be able to have good bigs, but you have to have great decision makers, great shooters, guys that can really make shots over an outstretched hand. And the difference in this ball game, it's been Louisville making threes. Indiana really hasn't got much from their backcourt, and because of it, you've got a minute left here in this first half, down by 10.
In fact, they have 0 points from their backcourt. Nobody has scored outside of the trio of Mbako, Renew, and Balo. That's it. Those three are the only scorers today for Indiana. 1 minute to play. Hoosiers haven't scored in 3.5 minutes. Rice had it knocked away. Renew picks it up top of the key. Renew inside for Balo. Tough catch, and a foul is called. So Umar Balo is going to get free throws. The foul is on Frank Anselm Ebe. His first, team's 8th. So again, 1-and-1 for Umar Balo, who is switched to a left-handed free throw shot this year. He is 59% through the first 4 games of the season. Rain Smith back in for Louisville for Kenai Roos, and Goody and Rice out. Carlisle and actually Goody stays in. It's Tucker and Rice out. Carlisle and Galloway in. So Balo at the line had missed 2 on his last trip there. 1 was negated by a lane violation. Got a redo and missed it again. Crucial points here for Indiana. Down by 10, and Balo swishes the first. Free throws have been a journey for the 6 seasons of college basketball for Umar Balo. Right now it's back to single digits. You need this one, a stop, and 1 more score for the Hoosiers. Get it down to 2 possessions at the half.
Yeah, that's the best case scenario. And you've got time, 49 seconds here. You have an opportunity to get a stop and then have enough time to run an offensive possession.
Balo off the front of the rim. No, we'll see if Louisville goes 2 for 1 here. Hepburn up the floor. Hepburn fouled by Kanan Carlisle. That's going to be his first. It's the team's 4th. Make that the 5th team foul on Indiana. And that's the 2nd on Carlisle. Inbound for Hepburn. Too late probably to go 2 for 1 now for Louisville. Rain Smith to Hepburn on the left wing. Hepburn shimmying down the lane. Hepburn, there's a foul. It is an illegal screen, I believe. No, it's going to be on Hepburn, an offensive shove.
Yeah, good job by Kanan Carlisle there, fighting over the top of that ball screen. Really got into the pocket of Checky Hepburn, and Hepburn felt like he had to push off to get to the basket, and the official was in perfect position to see that offensive foul. But that's nice effort there by Carlisle. A lot of guys wouldn't fight over the top like that, but that's the scouting report on Hepburn. You got to make him a finisher at the basket there. Really nice defense there by Carlisle. Gives Indiana here an opportunity to close off the half on a high note.
Hoosiers will go small with Mbako in for Balo. It's Mbako out there with Carlisle, Galloway, Goody, and Renew. 2 seconds between the clocks. Carlisle being hounded by Hepburn. He tossed him to the deck, no call. We play on, 13 on the shot clock. Carlisle to Galloway at half court. Gives it to Renew, who bobbled it, got it back. Renew driving down the lane, muscles it up, and draws a foul. Indiana might have gotten bailed out there in a bit of a frantic sequence.
These refs have got to get this game under control here. I mean, it's getting pretty physical.
That's either got to be like a flop or a foul.
Yeah, and you got to be talking to these guys, too. I mean, you got Carlisle just burying his shoulder right into Hepburn's chest, and they're fighting back and forth, and Hepburn flops. And then they get up and they're allowed to fight again. I mean, they're running into each other, and there's no whistle at all. It's just a disappointing.
But then on this end, Tucker was just called for kind of the same thing.
Yeah, it's been so physical. It's been chippy. My anticipation here in the second half, we're going to see a ton of whistles early in the second half.
Yeah, they got to kind of get it under control. We've seen a lot of whistles here in the last 4 or 5 minutes. Renew hits the first. Gabe Cupps is back in for Indiana. Good to see him out there for the Hoosiers. He checks in for Carlisle. 6.3 on the clock, so Louisville will have time to go down and get a shot up here. Renew trying to make it a 7-point game. It's in and out. Rebound tipped around. It is out of bounds off of Indiana. It cannot be reviewed in the first half. The Hoosiers want it to be. I don't believe that they can. Louisville's going to call a timeout. 4.2 on the clock. 37-29 Cardinals. Well, if Indiana could have made those free throws, could have been a 6-point game. They've at least got it to single digits, but I would imagine there's going to be a spirited conversation at halftime about the defense of Indiana in the first half.
Well, defense and offense. I mean, right now this is a pretty dominant performance here from Louisville, and I guess the only good news is it's still within striking distance here if you're Indiana. With as bad as you've played offensively, I'll repeat it again, only 31% from the field, 11 first-half turnovers.
Haven't made a bucket in 5.5 minutes.
And you're only down by 8. Yep. So you have an opportunity here to go into the half knowing that you haven't played a good half of basketball, but also knowing that you're right in this ball game. All you've got to do is get a few stops, turn things around at the offensive end, and this is anyone's ball game right now. But you got to give credit to Louisville. They have played a very well-executed first half.
Louisville hasn't scored for the last 3:12. Balo's in for Renew. The inbound to Hepburn. And he is fouled by Gabe Cupps. Hepburn tried to chuck it up to draw a shooting foul, but he will not get that. So Cupps in there to give the one foul that Indiana had to give. 2.5 seconds now, and Louisville will run an inbounds play from just on the other side of half court in front of the Louisville bench. Indiana trying to disrupt whatever play Pat Kelsey drew up there. And they didn't get Bryson Tucker in time. The inbound to Hepburn, 2 with 1. Hepburn from half court. It banks off the rim, no good. And that is the end of the first half. The Louisville Cardinals lead the 14th-ranked Indiana Hoosiers 37-29 here at the half. A pretty impressive performance from the Cardinals here in that first half of play. They knocked down 41% of their threes, but both teams went cold there down the stretch in a low-scoring first half. When we come back, John Herrick will present the Prairie Farms halftime show with statistics, interviews, and more. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Subaru is Consumer Reports 2024 Best Mainstream Automotive Brand and has earned more IIHS top safety awards than any other brand since 2013. With 96% of all Subarus sold in the past 10 years still on the road and over 7 million Subarus built right here in Indiana, you know you're getting a quality vehicle. Royal Subaru has been serving Bloomington, Indiana for over 40 years. Visit us today at our East 3rd Street location or at royaleastsubaru.com.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
As a red-blooded IU fan, you know when something's homegrown, Hoosier authentic. That's why you'll love Indiana Kitchen premium pork products. Indiana Kitchen's a real Indiana company that partners with its surrounding family farms to deliver the highest quality, best-tasting pork you can buy. Like Indiana Kitchen bacon. It's cut a little thicker and smoked over natural hardwood for a hearty Hoosier flavor no other brand can match. One taste and you'll know why more people are saying, my brand is Indiana. Find out more at indianakitchen.com.
Did you know that 9 out of 10 customers would recommend AAA insurance to a friend? That's higher than the percentage of people that love sunsets. Yeah, the thing's so majestic that the last time you saw one, you posted 25 blurry photos of it online. Don't worry, it's not about likes, it's about heart. Legendary service and superior coverage with AAA insurance, something 9 out of 10 people would recommend. Find out why and get a quote at AAA.com/insurance. Based on a 2023 customer survey. Insurance provided by CSAA Insurance Exchange.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
On the CareSource Radio Network. From Learfield, Hoosier Basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Indiana University Health is proud to be the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics. And by Smithville, at home and at work. Smithville is your local choice for internet, voice, and smart security solutions. Visit smithville.com for more information. Now, from the Smithville Broadcast Center, this is Hoosier Halftime.
And at the half, it is Louisville leading Indiana 37-29. Louisville has never trailed in this game. And our halftime show is presented by Prairie Farms. Dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk. Drink local with Prairie Farms. We'll get to the first half summary, statistics, and much more. But first, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Indiana University Basketball. Indiana closed out that first half by not getting a field goal in nearly 6 minutes. Louisville didn't score for the final 3 minutes and 16 seconds of the first half, and Indiana missed their final 6 shots of the half, while Louisville missed their final 5 shots of the half. But they lead Indiana 37-29. We'll give you the first half statistics presented by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products when we return. You're listening to Indiana University Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Get back in the game. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Specialists are dedicated to caring for injured athletes. From the college superstar to the weekend warrior, we can tackle any injury and get you back in the game and back to the activities you love. Get expert care close to home. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho.
Are you looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? CommunityCars.com has the right vehicle for you. CommunityCars.com has vehicles that will fit your budget no matter how big or small. Check out our large selection of vehicles today at CommunityCars.com. We also buy cars. If you're looking to sell your car, CommunityCars.com will buy your car. CommunityCars.com will offer top dollar for the vehicle you want to sell. Contact us today at CommunityCars.com.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead, we don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with creativity and bravery. Unapologetically optimistic. Equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world. Because bold is who we are. 9 campuses, 1 purpose. Creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. Join us at iu.edu.
Have you been injured at work? Contact Golitko and Daly, the Indiana work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. There's nothing easy about work injury cases. At Golitko and Daly, we focus on work-related injury cases and have board-certified and OSHA-trained trial lawyers to help you with your case. Find us at indianaworkers.com. Golitko and Daly, your Indiana work injury lawyers. At Golitko and Daly, we go to work when you can't.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the trustees of Indiana University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
The Indiana Hoosiers trail Louisville 37-29 at the break. I'm John Herrick with your first half statistics, which are brought to you by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. For the most authentic bacon, ham, and fresh pork, more people are saying, my brand is Indiana. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. Louisville shot 47% in that first half. Indiana just 31%. Indiana was 3 of 6 from 3, though, which is 50%, to Louisville's 7 of 17, which is 41%. The Hoosiers did go 8 of 11 at the free throw line, which is 73%. Louisville did not attempt a free throw. Indiana's turned it over 11 times to Louisville's 10. Both teams have exactly 20 rebounds. Louisville has 11 assists, though, while Indiana has just 5. For the Hoosiers, Malik Renew has 15 of Indiana's 29 points to lead all scorers. Right behind him, Umar Balo has 9, and Mackenzie Mbako has 5. Those are the only 3 players that have scored for Indiana. Rain Smith and Noah Waterman each have 9 points to lead Louisville. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard and have more of our halftime show when we return. You're listening to Indiana University Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hoosier fans, have you ever wanted to put on your own candy-striped warm-ups and hang out on the court with the team before the game? This season, the Hoosier men's basketball team is looking for an honorary pregame team member for the IU versus OSU game on March 8th, and it could be you. Go to IUbench.com now and register for your chance to join your Hoosier men's basketball team for an experience that includes bench seats during warm-ups, candy-striped pants, and game tickets for 4. Again, that website is IUbench.com. Brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud partner of your Indiana Hoosiers. Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. IU Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana soybean farmers and their checkoff.
At Smithville, connecting you is what we do. Whether it's between family, friends, in business, or even at the next IU game. Watch the Hoosiers this season with our fast fiber internet. At the game, keep an eye on your home or business right from your phone with our smart security options. At home or at work, Smithville connects you to fiber internet, voice, and security solutions. To learn more, call 800-742-4084 or visit smithville.com.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
big savings?
Yep, which means...
it's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
The Louisville Cardinals 37, the Indiana Hoosiers 29 at the battle for Atlantis. Let's give you a quick check of the IU women's sports calendar. The next game for the women's basketball team next Sunday, December 1st at 2 o'clock against Maine. The volleyball team battles Michigan tonight and then Illinois on Friday night at 7. The women's golf team is off until the Kentucky-Louisville tri-match on January 21st. Looking at the out-of-town scoreboard presented by Coors Light, we'll just tell you all the games that are coming up in the Big Ten later today. Oregon against San Diego State at 4 o'clock. Maryland taking on Bucknell at 4:30. 6:30, Nebraska against South Dakota. At 8:30, Michigan playing 22nd-ranked Xavier. At 9:30, the Maui Invitational third-place game between 12th-ranked North Carolina and Michigan State. And then at 10 o'clock, it's 9th-ranked Alabama against Rutgers. This out-of-town scoreboard presented by Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose Chill, official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Austin.
Thank you, John, and Eric and I rejoin you. It hasn't been pretty in this first half, Eric, but Indiana's only down by 8. That's got to be the positive of this thing. Their defense was better at the end of the half, holding them scoreless for the last 3 minutes and 16 seconds, forcing 4 turnovers. The issue was Indiana didn't make a basket for the last 5.5 minutes. How do you change that in the second half?
Well, you've got to find a way to get the guards involved, and I don't know exactly what the set is or what the philosophy is here, but you're not going to win many games when your guards go over. And Indiana's Trey Galloway, Miles Rice, and Kanan Carlisle haven't scored a single point for Indiana here in this ballgame, and that has got to change. Guard play is so important in college basketball. Indiana's got to find a way here, whether it's in transition, the half-court sets, you got to find a way to get some easy looks for your backcourt, get them feeling some confidence, and then, anything can happen moving forward, but just a bad display of offense from Indiana. 11 turnovers, 31% from the field. It's not going to win you a lot of ball games. Louisville came out the aggressor and really dominated from the tip.
And again, we say all this stuff, and it's still only an 8-point game. Indiana, this first media session to the under-16 timeout going to be crucial for the Hoosiers. Our halftime show has been brought to you by Prairie Farms. Dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk. Drink local with Prairie Farms. We'll return for the start of the second half in 2 minutes. This is Indiana University Basketball on the Care Source Radio Network from Learfield.
Hoosier fans, when it comes to transportation solutions, Enterprise runs every play in the book. From renting to buying, with cars, commercial trucks, and even passenger vans, Enterprise offers it all. And with more new college graduate hires every year than anyone else, you'll experience professional, spirited customer service that is unlike any other. So whatever your transportation need is, or the next time you have to travel, Enterprise has you covered. Pick the official partner of IU Athletics. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Subaru is Consumer Reports' 2024 Best Mainstream Automotive Brand and has earned more IIHS Top Safety Awards than any other brand since 2013. With 96% of all Subarus sold in the past 10 years still on the road and over 7 million Subarus built right here in Indiana, you know you're getting a quality vehicle. Royal Subaru has been serving Bloomington, Indiana for over 40 years. Visit us today at our East 3rd Street location or at royaleastsubaru.com.
IU Credit Union. Buy a car, take a trip, see the sights, get away.
We can help make this happen. Come see us today.
Buy a ring, get married, start a family.
We've got your back. Find your destiny.
Buy a house, fix it up, turn it into a home.
We're here. You don't have to do it on your own. Let us help with your savings and loans.
IU Credit Union believes you can chase a dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
Welcome back to Imperial Arena. The battle for Atlantis. It's Louisville 37, Indiana 29. Have you heard of Mom Water? Refreshing fruit-infused vodka water with 0 carbonation, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and only 90 calories. Mom Water is the perfect game day drink, founded in Indiana and now a proud sponsor of IU Athletics. Please drink and enjoy responsibly. Eric, what do you want to see out of the Hoosiers in the second half?
Fast start here. I mean, the first half started with turnovers and missed shots. I think offensively, you gotta be the aggressor here. And Indiana's guards have got to get involved, shooting the basketball, getting to the basket, making things happen for other teammates. Offensively, Indiana's got to have a quick start here.
It's Louisville basketball starting in the second half. They'll move from right to left, and they lead by 8. As we conclude the halftime show, second half underway. Hepburn with a basketball. Left side for Waterman. It's Hepburn, Waterman, Edwards, Pryor, and Hadley, the starting 5 out there for Louisville. Starting 5 for Indiana remains the same. Rice, Carlisle, and Bako, Renew, and Balo. 10 to shoot for Louisville. Hadley comes to get it deep on the left wing, out to Waterman for a straightaway 3. Missed it off to the right. Rebound taken away by Carlisle. Up the floor to Miles Rice. Inside, Renew turns to the bucket and lays it in. That's a nice start for the Hoosiers. 37-31 Louisville, 19-20 to play here with the second quarter. Waterman on the right side. This is Hepburn. Hepburn going right on Balo. Inside to a cutting Hadley, who lays it in for 2. 39-31 Louisville. Up the floor, and Bako quickly to the other end. And Bako step back deep 2. Comes up short. Hadley unattended for the rebound. They'll give it to Pryor. And Pryor takes it up the floor. Handoff right side, Edwards. Left side, Hepburn. Holds, defended by Rice. Over to the right side, Edwards. Still 15 to shoot. Edwards gets Balo on him on a switch. Edwards thought about a step-back 3 instead of cutting Hadley to the bucket for a layup. 41-31, the lead back to 10 for Louisville. Rice on the right wing. Takes it up top. Miles Rice calls out the offense for the Hoosiers, who need a string of stops and scores to get back into this game. Rice driving left, step back, 3 ball, air ball, and it's picked up by Pryor.
2 really bad shots back-to-back by Indiana's offense.
Pryor, the top of the key, defended by Renew. Pryor driving left, up on Renew, he banks it in. Largest lead of the game for Louisville. Danger zone for Indiana, 43-31. 17:50 to play. Still plenty of time, but the Hoosiers struggling on both ends here to start the half. Rice inside, Balo up and under. The reverse doesn't go. Hadley the rebound. Here come the Cardinals. Edwards Jr. with it. He falls to the deck, and then he's fouled. Carlisle kind of bailed him out there as Edwards had lost his footing, but then Carlisle grabbed him on the back. That's going to be his third. So Kanan Carlisle, the only Hoosier in any foul trouble. Galloway will come in for him. 17:33 in the second, 43-31 Louisville.
This could be a time where you call timeout here if you're Coach Woodson. I mean, it's not the start to the half that you wanted. It was down by 8. Now you're down by 12 here. Louisville has gotten 3 really good looks at the basket the first 3 possessions. And Indiana's just making some bad decisions at the offensive end. You got to call timeout, get your team together, and talk it out.
Hepburn with it, shimmying to the right, behind the back pass. Waterman for 3. It's good. And again, a late closeout on a guy who's now hit 4 threes today. 46-31 Louisville. Largest lead of the game for the Cardinals, and Hepburn steals it away from Rice. Waterman up the floor to Hepburn, to Pryor, and a one-hand slam. Woodson and Rice talking to each other in the backcourt while all that was happening. And a timeout call by Indiana. Well, Indiana got the first bucket of the half. Since then, an 11-0 run for Louisville. The lead is 17 for the Cardinals. 16:59 to go here in the second half. Back in a moment. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hoosier fans, Harrell Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Attention Hoosier fans. Whether you're in town for a big game or reconnecting with old friends, the IU Hotel and Biddle Conference Center at the Indiana Memorial Union is your home away from home. Enjoy first-rate amenities in the heart of Indiana University. Experience the charm of College Town while staying just steps away from all the action. Visit imu.indiana.edu for more information. Go Hoosiers!
When you want to stream movies with family, video chat with friends, or upload large files for work, you need Smithville's Fast Fiber Internet. When you choose Smithville's Fast Fiber Internet service for your home, you'll access gigabit upload and download speeds. That means no irritating lag to slow you down. There's never been a better time to claim your Fast Fiber connection. Visit smithville.com/internet to get started now.
Back inside Imperial Arena, it's all Louisville at the moment. They lead Indiana 48-31 on the heels of an 11-0 run with 16:59 to play in the second half. Garnish Catering, now under new ownership, offers a wide variety of customizable catering services for large or small parties. From our kitchen to your table, you can count on Garnish Catering to provide excellence in quality and service. Visit us online at garnishcatering.com.
Well, you'd hope after that first half, down by 8, feeling like you're lucky to only be down by 8 because of the way you played, that Indiana would be the team with their hair on fire, so to speak, in the second half. But that has not been the case here. It's been Louisville that has all the energy, all the momentum, all the fire right now, and they have turned an 8-point lead at half very quickly out to a 17-point right now on that 11-0 run. Indiana's got to do something here differently to get back in this ballgame.
Galloway gets the inbound, and this place will get loud if Indiana can start to make a run. It's about 70% Hoosier fans in here. Inbound to Mbako on the right wing. Renew now on the baseline, going to work. Renew double team, pivots through it, throws it up. No, Balo's tip goes. 48-33 Louisville, but even that, everything's hard for Indiana right now on the offensive end. Chucky Hepburn to the right side, double teamed, out to Pryor, inside, high pass taken away by Bryson Tucker. Tucker up the floor for the Hoosiers, ripped away by Waterman, a turnover. Hadley on the run. Hadley to Waterman, wide open, left-hand layup, good. 50-33 Louisville, 16-15 to play in the second half. Galloway, Hoosiers need like a 6-0, 8-0 run, something to get them some footing back into this game. Balo on the block left side. Balo stuck on Pryor, picked up his dribble, kicks it out to Galloway with 10 to shoot. Galloway on the left wing, up top for Renew. Renew pivots into a 15-foot jumper and hits it. 50-35 Louisville, 15-47 to the second. Now you got to dig your heels in and get some stops defensively. Hepburn inside Hadley with Tucker on him. Out to Hepburn the right wing. Refeed and an over-the-back foul on Tucker as he tried to poke it away. That'll be the first on Bryson Tucker, second of the Hoosiers in the half. Another timeout on the Central Indiana Honda Dealers scoreboard. It is Louisville 50, Indiana 35, 15:35 to go in the second half. Back in a moment, this is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock, like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have Happy Honda Days, search your local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/25.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you can always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to giving you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this basketball season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead. We don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with creativity and bravery. Unapologetically optimistic. Equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world. Because bold is who we are. 9 campuses, 1 purpose. Creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. Join us at iu.edu.
Welcome back to Imperial Arena here in the Bahamas at the Atlantis Resort. Louisville 50, Indiana 35 with 15:35 to play in the second half. Go the extra mile off the court with Honda. The most fuel-efficient full-line automaker in America gives you more miles per gallon. Your Central Indiana Honda dealers are proud supporters of IU Athletics. Well, Indiana's shooting 33%, Louisville 54%. That's really the one stat you just got to circle and say there's the ball game right there.
It tells you the story of Indiana's really effort and execution at both ends. I mean, Louisville is a team, Austin, that's not really been shooting a high percentage up to this point in the season. And that's not been the case here this afternoon. They are, as you mentioned, 54% from the field, but they've knocked down 8 of 19 three-point attempts. That is the dagger right there. And Indiana's inability to get stops consistently has really stifled their attack. I mean, offensively, they're walking it up almost every single time down the court because they're just not able to make anything happen at the defensive end. So still a ton of time left, but not looking good right now for the Hoosiers.
Still no points from the backcourt. Smith is wide open off the inbound, and he buries it free. On one end, a great out-of-bounds call by Pat Kelsey, but on the other end, I don't know how you let that happen out of a timeout. Galloway with it on the right wing for Indiana. Galloway throws it up for grabs, and it is saved from going out of bounds by Chucky Hepburn, and Louisville has the basketball, leading by 18. Hadley on the left wing. Defended by Renew. Hadley knocked away, got it back into the corner. Hepburn working on the freshman Tucker. Hepburn, shot fake, floats it inside, alley-oop to James Scott, and the lead has ballooned to 20, 55-35. Mbako down the lane, muscling to the bucket off the back of the rim. No, they kick it out to Galloway. Renew on the right wing. He'll fire up a 3. Left and short on the rebound. There is a foul. It's going to stay here. Foul is on Louisville. I think it's on Pryor. That's going to be his third. Team's first of the half. And Bako out-loop Goody in for Indiana. And this is some serious danger zone right now.
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah, this defense from Louisville has been super physical. And I'm so impressed with how hard they have played up to this point in the ball game. Indiana's spacing is not very good right now. It's just nothing open at the offensive end.
Inbound to Renew in the baseline, out to Galloway on the wing. Screen coming from Balo. Galloway works around the hedge. No look pass to Tucker in the right corner. Foot on the line. Two-pointer comes up short. Hepburn the rebound. Hepburn racing up the floor. Shovels to Smith. Off balance, left wing three. Grazes the back of the iron. Right to Renew. Up the floor to Goody. Goody on the run. Layup is up and in. 55-37 Louisville. 14-15 to go in the second quarter. But Indiana's going to have to make some threes, down 18. Two-pointers going to be tough to make up that deficit. Hepburn down the lane, puts up a floater through contact and scores. Back to 20, 57-37. Tucker Euro steps through a double, puts a layup up, can't get it to go. There's a foul, and it's on Indiana.
That's a good look there by Tucker. A little jump stop to the left. Got right to the basket. Point-blank miss right there. Indiana's got to make those, especially down by 20 here with just under 14 minutes left to go in this ball game. You cannot be missing layups there. And that time Bryson Tucker, although it was a good look and a great move, you got to finish it, especially when you're down by 20.
Hoosiers are 4 of 15 on what the stat broadcast would consider layups. And that is a tough stat. And a big reason why the deficit is the way it is for Indiana at the moment. There is still time, but Indiana has its work cut out for him. Hepburn gets it in the backcourt, and will walk it up with loose pressure man-to-man by Galloway. Hepburn initiates the Louisville offense. The Wisconsin transfer off a screen, steps into a left wing three, and cans it. Everything's going in right now for Louisville, 60-37. Inside Balo, turnover. Hepburn picks it up. Hepburn up the floor for Louisville. Inside, wide open, it's James Scott for a layup.
I'll tell you what, Chucky Hepburn has been the best player on the court this entire ball game. It started early with his defensive pressure. He's dominating this second half at both ends for Louisville. He's been spectacular.
Feels like a game at the Kohl Center.
He's been special.
On the left side, Galloway off a screen from Balo. Inside, double team, popped out of bounds from Waterman, but I think they got a foul in there as well. It's going to go on Waterman. That's his second, team second. Boy, did not see this one coming, Eric. No, this is shocking.
Not at all. 12-2 run here over the last 2.5 minutes for Louisville.
On the heels of an 11-0 run earlier in the half.
Yeah, they're just, they're the team that's got it right now. They've got all the energy, all the momentum. They're playing hard, extremely hard at both ends of the court. And then to kind of top it off, Austin, they're making shots. I mean, they're making threes on top of that effort. It's been a complete effort right now for Louisville, and it tells you on the in the scorebook here, 25-point lead right now for Louisville.
Timeout called by Mike Woodson. He's down to one timeout remaining, but at this point you got to do whatever you can to try and turn this thing around. Louisville came in shooting 44% from the floor. That's 14th in the ACC and 229th nationally. And from three, they were 29%. That's 15th in the ACC and 305th nationally. Today, 58% from the floor and 45% from three. They have forced 15 Indiana turnovers. They've scored 15 points off of those turnovers.
That's pretty good.
That's a big difference in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stats you could point at in a 25-point game that would lead to part of the reason for where we are.
No doubt about it. And if Indiana's going to do anything, it needs to really start right now. Hoosiers only scored, 29 points in the first half, and they're down by 25 here with 13 minutes left. So just not a lot of time at all for Indiana to get back into this ballgame.
And Bako in for Goody at the top of the key. Throws it inside for Renew. There's a foul called, though. It's going to go on Waterman again. That's his third, team's third. If you're Indiana, you got to try and win every segment from here on in by 5 to 8 points and just keep trying to chip away. And Bako to inbound, finds Goody on the wing. He'll launch up a three and connect. Going to need a lot more of that. 62-40 Louisville. 13 minutes to play. The inbound for Terrence Edwards Jr. pressured by Miles Rice. And Edwards Jr. does a good job to get away from him, and then a reach-in foul from Rice from behind. That might have prevented a layup. That's going to be his second, team's fourth. Rice was on the bench after a couple of turnovers early in the half. He's back out there now.
Expect Indiana to ramp up the pressure here. That was full court pressure for Miles Rice. I would expect the next 12 minutes of this half, you'll see that full court pressure from the Hoosiers.
Inbound for Edwards Jr. near half court. Rice is there in his grill again. Edwards Jr. left side for Waterman. Up top, Pryor. Right side, Jr. Inside for Waterman. Wide open layup, a goaltend on Renew. No Chucky Hepburn, no problem on that possession for Louisville. They still got a good look.
A simple back screen there, a flash to the ball. There's no bump at all from the weak side guard. You've got to help your big man there. Malik Renew got back screen. Nobody was there to help.
Lead is 24 for Louisville. Rice, shake and bake, kick out to Galloway, out to Goody. Blocking foul, though, was called behind the play after Rice threw the ball. It was Rain Smith trying to take the charge. That's going to be his third, team's fourth. Indiana was about to get a good look from three there. They lob it in up top, and it's stolen away by Roos. Roos out to Pryor. Shot fake on the three. Decides to hold on to it. Out up top in the hands of Terrence Edwards Jr. He inside. This is Pryor for a layup. A lot of layups for Louisville in this second half. 66-40 for the Cardinals. Renew. Down the lane, fumbled and lost. Smith picks it up. 11:51 to go in the second. 66-40 Louisville. Down the lane, Edwards Jr. floater good.
Man, Louisville is taking these turnovers and getting easy points at the offensive end. Now that's 17 turnovers for Indiana.
And Bako, screen coming from Renew. And Bako step back straightaway three off the iron. No, rebound tipped out of bounds. Last to touch was Pryor. Timeout on the floor, 11:30 to play. And Louisville running away to the second round, potentially of the battle for Atlantis. They lead Indiana on the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard 68-40. Back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
Sharp Business Systems of Indiana is proud to be an official technology solutions provider of IU Sports Properties. SBS Indiana is best known for our great document solutions, such as copiers and printers. But here at SBS, we also offer a full line of professional audio-visual solutions, including touchscreen video boards with integrated speakers and microphones, complete with professional installation and service. This state-of-the-art technology can improve both communication and interaction in offices and classrooms alike. To find out more, go to sbsindiana.com or call 317-844-0033.
Viaggio Marine is proud to be the official pontoon boat sponsor of Indiana University Athletics. Located right here in Indiana, Viaggio is proudly family-owned and operated. You'll love our complete lineup of pontoon boats featuring bold, innovative new looks, plush, luxurious furniture packages, vibrant new LED lighting packages, and unmatched construction. For the hottest thing in pontoons, visit ViaggioPontoonboats.com. That's VIAGGIO pontoonboats.com.
Welcome back to Imperial Arena. 11.5 to play here in the second half. It's Louisville 68, Indiana 40. Join Coach Mike Woodson and Terry Moore at 7:05 on most Monday nights throughout the season for Inside IU Basketball, presented by CommunityCars.com and hosted live at Hoosier Hanks East off of College Mall Road in Bloomington. Our next show will be this coming Monday, December 2nd with Mike Woodson. Here's a stat that is a little telling and shocking. Louisville has not attempted a single free throw in this game, and they lead by 28.
That is, I had not even noticed that. That is unbelievable. normally the team that gets to the line is the team that's the aggressor, but it's really not been the case at all. I mean, Louisville has been really the aggressor at both ends of the court. It started from the tip where they were out 25 feet from the rim, ball pressuring, making Indiana uncomfortable, and it's really started, continued here in this second half. I mean, just the execution that we have seen from this Louisville offense really is the best I've seen in many, many years. Indiana down by 28, 11:30 left to go here in this ball game. Starting to run out of time here if you're an Indiana fan.
And Bako inbound. He's out there with Galloway, Rice, Goody, and Renew. Renew gets it to the top of the key. Handoff with Rice, defended by Hepburn, out to Mbako on the right wing, hesitated on a three, and then it's poked away. Ball's loose in the backcourt, picked up by Mbako, 6 to shoot. Rice with 5, Rice down the lane, puts up a floater, doesn't go. Rebound for Hadley. Up the floor, it's Edwards Jr. Showtime, alley-oop to Kenai Roos, 70-40 Louisville. Galloway in the left corner, tried the baseline on Pryor, cut off, backs it out. Bounce pass inside for Renew. Renew up top to Rice. Rice through a double team, bounce pass to Goody on the right side, into the corner for Mbako. Mbako going baseline, handoff to Goody, right corner 3, left it short. Hadley the rebound. Boy, it's incredible how quickly this got out of hand. It was an 8-point game at the half, and 9.5 minutes later, we're at 30.
Yeah, this Louisville defense is all over the place right now. They are amped up. They are energetic. They're communicating. They're talking. They are there on the catch every single time.
33 points in the first half of the second half for Louisville. Edwards Jr. on the left side of the chest of Goody, banks it up and in. Everything is going in for Louisville, 61%. Indiana is 31%. And an offensive foul called on the other end as Goody and Rice were trying to go on a two-man game. Goody called for the foul. That's his first. Waterman back in for Louisville in place of Roos. There's still, no matter what, 2 more games this week. Indiana will get the loser of the next game here, Gonzaga and West Virginia, if they are not able to pull the improbable 32-point comeback with 10 minutes to play. Hepburn, give and go left side. He gets it back deep on the left wing. Hepburn down the lane, puts up a layup and scores it again. It's layups on the Louisville end right now, 74-40. Goody gets a right corner 3-point look, in and out. Rebound tipped around and picked up by Hadley. Louisville in transition, no numbers, so Javon Hadley pulls it out. Now he'll attack, and it's stripped away, and Luke Goody picks it up. Galloway weaving up the floor for the Hoosiers. Galloway spins out of the pressure of Hepburn. To the right corner, Rice. Head fake, drive, Rice to the bucket, floater up, doesn't go. Pryor the rebound.
Another missed layup there from Indiana. That's good offense. Drive, kick, drive, get all the way to the rim. You just got to finish.
This half has been 37-11 for Louisville. With a 9 of 10 stretch here for Louisville. On the left side, Hepburn. Left wing, Waterman. Up top, Pryor. Right side for Hepburn. Hepburn out to Waterman for a straightaway 3. Doesn't go. Rebound out off of Indiana. Louisville basketball. 8:47 to play here in the second quarter. Louisville 74, Indiana 40. Keenan Carlisle back into the game here for the Hoosiers in place of Trey Galloway. Rain Smith and James Scott back in for Hepburn and Pryor for the Cardinals.
Try to find a way here, get a couple stops. I mean, this game's all but over here, Austin, but get a couple stops and then offensively try to figure out what you're going to do when teams play like this. And right now, Louisville has been aggressive out on the perimeter, but they've also had multiple bodies inside the paint. Every single time you get a low post touch, they've got guys all over the ball. How can Indiana spread out the court offensively and spread out the defense to open up driving lanes, shooting lanes, and then obviously the basket underneath?
Edwards Jr. left side, Smith gives it to Scott. Smith being face guarded by Carlisle. Scott has it. Scott a backdoor cutting Edwards Jr. They give it to Waterman along the baseline right side. Cut off by Renew. Out to Smith, left wing. Fadeaway 3, airballed. Renew the rebound. Thrown up ahead to Carlisle. Carlisle Euro steps in and draws the foul from Terrence Edwards Jr. That'll be his second.
It's a great possession defensively by Kaden Carlisle. He's matched up against Smith, the best three-point shooter that Louisville's got, and he's just there. And he was playing great defense, got a great contest. And you can see, Austin, what happens when you get a great possession defensively. It leads out to an easy opportunity, at the other end. And that's exactly what Indiana did. They pushed the ball up after that air ball and got an easy look for Kanan.
First free throw, no good for Carlisle. This feels a little bit like the Auburn game last year, one where Indiana had a lead early, and then it snowballed out of control down in Atlanta. This has got to be a little cathartic for Cardinal fans. Both free throws missed by Carlisle, because it's been a tough 2 years for Louisville basketball. And this is the statement early season win Pat Kelsey was looking for. Left side for Smith. Top of the key, Smith. Left side, Terrence Edwards Jr. He's guarded by Carlisle, stripped by Carlisle, and picked up by Balo. Now Kanan Carlisle shoves it over the outstretched arm of Malik Renew out of bounds. 7:58 to play in the second half. It's all Louisville, 74-40. Back in a moment, this is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Get back to doing what you love with the right support close to home. If you're experiencing hip or knee pain and it's affecting your everyday activities, it may be time to schedule a consultation with one of our highly skilled orthopedic surgeons. Our fellowship-trained surgeons specialize in outpatient joint replacement. We may be able to get you home on the same day of your procedure. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health will give you the expert care you need. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/BloomingtonOrtho.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill, when your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway, and you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Welcome back to Atlantis. You're in the Imperial Arena at the Battle for Atlantis. And Indiana, a disappointing showing here in the opener, down 74-40 to the Louisville Cardinals in an arena that was probably 75-25 Indiana fans. It's just been a second half party for the Louisville side of things as they lead by 34. Hey, Hoosiers, get ready to cheer for free fries at all men's basketball home games when the opposing team misses both free throws and a single trip to the line. You score a free order of Finney fries. Head to any Finney Hospitality Group restaurant in Indiana the next day to claim your fries. Don't forget, you must be an FHG Rewards member to cash in on the tasty rewards. We kind of saw this happen on the women's side in the Battle for Atlantis Championship, just when one team doesn't miss a shot. North Carolina couldn't miss and they ran away. We've seen that here today on the men's side. Louisville has hit everything they looked at. A little different, though. I think there's been a lot of layups in this game for Louisville.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They got 37 points in 12 minutes of action here in the second half. That's a ton of points. That's on pace for close to 60 here in the half. So the question for Indiana is, can you save a little bit of pace and end this game on a good note? And you're not going to win the ball game. Louisville has dominated pretty much from the tip. And all you can do right now if you're Indiana is play the right way the next 8 minutes and then get ready for your next ball game. And hopefully your next game is a much improved effort.
5 minutes without a point for Indiana right now. Louisville will inbound in the backcourt. They get it in for Hepburn, who is being hounded by both Goody and Rice. And here comes Hepburn across the floor for Louisville. Hepburn, left side, Waterman. Flips it up top, Scott. Right side, Hepburn. Inside, alley-oop, James Scott. Louisville's just putting on a show in this second half right now. They've outscored Indiana 39-11 since halftime. Backdoor cut, Carlisle threw it into the middle where somebody he thought would be cutting. Nobody did. It's a turnover. Hepburn flips it left side. That was the 20th Indiana turnover today. Hepburn inside Waterman, tough catch. Knocked out of bounds by Indiana. Bryson Tucker coming back in for Indiana. The turnover situation is a season high for the Hoosiers. Their previous was the opener against SIU Edwardsville with 16. Carlisle to the bench, Tucker in. Inbound from Hepburn. Throws it up, and it's tracked down by Javon Hadley. Up top, Scott. Handoff to Hepburn. Hepburn out to Hadley on the left wing. 12 to shoot for Louisville. Hadley down the lane, muscles it up, count it, +1. The foul is on Goody, that's his second.
It's picked up a technical foul there too, taunting after the basket on Hadley.
Again, this is a Louisville program. Now, none of these guys went through it, but the fans certainly did the last 2 years. Last season, they were 8-24, 3-17, and relatively uncompetitive from the ACC perspective for Louisville last year. And this is just, it's hard to believe. This is a 38-point game. Luke Goody's going to get technical free throws here. The technical was charged to Hadley, as you mentioned, Eric, for taunting. So Luke Goody at the stripe, first free throw is good. That breaks an almost 6-minute scoring drought for the Hoosiers. Second free throw is good as well. There is still 0 points from a person listed as a guard on Indiana's roster today.
Yeah, and that's a disappointing stat to look at because guard play is going to be so important moving forward. But that last technical is a great example of what we've seen pretty much from the tip. I mean, it's been chirping. Louisville's been talking in Indiana's ear. They've been the aggressor. The last thing you want to do is get punked in a game, and right now Louisville is the team that's like, man, it's like a schoolyard bully right now, the way that they're treating the Hoosiers.
And one free throw doesn't go. Renew the rebound, cleared out to Tucker. Tucker up top for Renew, inside Balo. Out around the horn, and Bako, left corner three, too strong. And Bryson Tucker secures the board in the opposite corner. Up to the top of the key, it's Rice. Screen incoming on the left from Balo. Rice gets to the free throw line, pull-up jumper in and out. Rice is 0 for 10 today. Out to Renew in the right corner. Up top to Rice. He'll launch up a three off the back of the rim, and it rolls in. So finally, Miles Rice is on the board. 78-45, 6.5 to play. Rain Smith up top to Scott. And they've let this be a physical game today, Eric, and I think that has been very advantageous to Louisville.
I agree.
The energy they've brought. Ball tipped out of bounds by Mbako.
Yeah, we talked about how it got chippy in that first half. I thought Louisville from the tip, I mean, the game plan for the Cardinals was to make sure that they were the aggressor, and it was really, really physical. And I feel like Louisville thrived in that environment, and Indiana ended up kind of shrinking in that environment, especially at the offensive end. Indiana's inability to take care of the basketball, score around the rim. We talked about how many layups they've missed. Just the physicality of Louisville has really taken over this ballgame.
Chucky Hepburn has it with 8 to shoot. Driving middle, dumps it off for Roos. Roos under the basket. Wild shot doesn't go. The rebound got tipped right back to him, and he slams it home. 80-45, Louisville 6 to play. And Bako to Cups. Gabe Cups in the ball game for Miles Rice. Balo gets it right wing, gives off to Tucker. Tucker slants, throws it away, picked up by Pryor, all by himself. A one-hand tomahawk slam for Kason Pryor. 82-45 Louisville with 5:37 to play. 45 second half points already for Louisville. We thought it was generous that Indiana was within 8 at halftime. It has gotten away from the Hoosiers in the second half. Renew pivoting into the paint, puts up a hook shot and scores. 82-47, 5:18 to play. Pryor across the half-court strike. On the right side, guarded by the smaller Cups. Up top to Hepburn. He has been, as you said, Eric, probably the best player on the floor, just orchestrating everything for Louisville. Out to Smith for a left wing three off the back of the rim, no, and Bako the rebound. Kenzie Mbako inside 5 minutes to go here. Has the basketball at the top of the key. Left side for Gabe Cups. Cups calling for a screen. Instead, he gives it to Balo, top of the key. Balo, handoff to Cups. He drives right, goes all the way to the basket. Reverse layup doesn't go. Pryor the rebound. He lobs it up ahead to Hepburn. A couple of Hoosiers at the scorer's table. 3-ball, Hepburn halfway down. It spits back out. Rebound Mbako up the floor to Tucker. Tucker down the lane, through some contact, missed it. Balo the rebound. Balo out to Mbako. Right wing three, up and good. 82-50 Louisville. 4:17 to play here in the second half. Pryor in for Hepburn. Right back to Pryor. He'll take it up. Undefended. Nobody's got him all the way inside the arc. Pryor to the block. Puts it up. Missed the shot. Balo the rebound. Up the floor, Cups. Handoff for Mbako. Blown up. Knocked out of bounds by Hepburn. Timeout on the floor. 3:59 to go. Louisville leads on the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard 82-50 over the 14th ranked Indiana Hoosiers. Back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock, like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have happy Honda Days, search your local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/25.
Did you know that 9 out of 10 customers would recommend AAA insurance to a friend? That's higher than the percentage of people that love sunsets. Yeah, the thing's so majestic that the last time you saw one, you posted 25 blurry photos of it online. Don't worry, it's not about likes, it's about heart. Legendary service and superior coverage with AAA insurance, something 9 out of 10 people would recommend. Find out why and get a quote at AAA.com/insurance. Based on a 2023 customer survey. Insurance provided by CSAA Insurance Exchange.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Welcome back to Imperial Arena in the Bahamas. Paradise Island has not been paradise for the Hoosiers here today. They trail Louisville 82-50 with 3:59 to play here in the second half. Looking to buy, sell, or build a home but don't know where to start? Call the trusted agents at True Blood Real Estate, the official real estate partner of Indiana Athletics. Well, as it stands, it looks like Indiana will be heading into the losers bracket of this tournament, which means they'll play tomorrow at 2:30 against the loser of West Virginia and Gonzaga. That would be the second game of the day, so you know that 2:30 start time is probably not going to happen. It's an approximation. Mbako to inbound. Langdon Hatton is in for the first time today for Indiana, along with Anthony Leal. Cubs get to left wing 3-ball off the rim short. Rebound Roos for Louisville. That's been domination from Pat Kelsey in Louisville today. They've brought the energy and the kind of physicality all game. On the right side, Edwards Jr. up top for Anselm Eby. Back to Edwards Jr., who is fouled on a reach-in by Anthony Leal. No, actually, they're going to get Cups on the foul. That's his second. Luke Goody going to come back into the game for Indiana. Eric, you look at this and you hope that Indiana will use this as a learning experience and a wake-up call that they were not ready for the physicality of this game today.
Yeah, you hope, right? You got to respond. If you don't respond, it's not good news for your ball club. And for Indiana, they're going to be able to pick up a ton from this tape. And the physicality, the way that Louisville just attacked them at both ends, if anything, it's kind of a gut check moment right now for Indiana. How do you pick yourself back up after a performance like this? And after a team attacked you like Louisville did here today, I don't think Indiana looked very ready for that attack. They got down early, and then the second half has just been complete domination from Louisville.
Edwards makes both free throws. Hoosiers have put Louisville in the bonus. 3:35 to play. Louisville 84, Indiana 50. Leal the inbound against full court pressure. Up 34. Louisville is still bringing it. I think Pat Kelsey trying to make a statement in his fifth game as the head coach of Louisville. He certainly has here today. Gabe Cumps with it. Right side, Luke Goody steps into a 3-ball, left it short. Langdon Hatton the rebound. He shovels it out to Cups. Tries to go baseline, cut off by Roos. Double team comes. Cups dribbles away from it. 13 to shoot. Cups down the lane, kicks it out for Leal. Leal top of the key. Leal gives it off to Hatton. Hatton to the elbow with 4 to shoot. Fadeaway jumper off the mark. Leal's tip back doesn't go. Offensive rebound, Tucker. Tucker spins into a hook and he gets it to go. 84-52 Louisville with 2:50 to play here in the second half. Well, Indiana's going to have to play in 24 hours. They're going to have to put this away quickly. And if we know anything about West Virginia basketball, no matter who's the coach and the players, physicality is always ingrained in West Virginia basketball.
And that's the challenge. Can you pick yourself back up and get ready to play a game in 24 hours?
If it ends up being West Virginia, they play number 3 Gonzaga later today. 10 to shoot here for Louisville. Smith to Pryor at the right elbow with 5. Pryor slips past Cups and lays it in. Then gets the old too small on the way back down the floor. Mason Tucker, screen set by Hatton. Tucker at the top, bounces to Cups in the left wing. 2 minutes to play, 86-52 Louisville. Hatton handoff for Leal. Leal inside to Hatton on the right block, and he is fouled on a right-handed layup attempt. Blocking foul going to be charged to Roos. That is his first, team 7th. 2 free throws because it was a shooting foul for Langdon Hatton.
We've seen some good ball movement here from this group. Not a single starter in the lineup right now for Indiana, but this group has done a nice job working the clock, sharing the basketball, getting a decent look in the last couple trips down the court.
First free throw for Langdon Hatton is good. Scored 2 points in a pair of games this year. Rain Smith to the bench for Louisville. Bring in a new player. First action of the day for Patrick Antonelli, whose mom is on the call for ESPN. Debbie Antonelli is over there on the sideline, so a proud moment for her, I'm sure. Both free throws good for Langdon Hatton. 86-54 Louisville, minute 50 to play. You can see the smile on Debbie Antonelli's face over there at the scores at the TV station. Edwards Jr. with it. Double team on a hedge, now a switch with Goody defending. 10 to shoot, Edwards Jr. Step back, left wing 3, an air ball long and out of bounds to Indiana. Wait, hold on a minute. What they call?
They're calling Luke Goody on a technical foul.
Technical foul on Luke Goody. Wow. Must have said something.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's been chippy. Louisville's been talking the entire game. I think Luke Goody there has just got sick and tired of it.
Yeah.
And said something back.
Yep.
After the 3 contest.
These guys are all competitors.
Yeah. And you don't like getting your tail whooped right now. And down by over 30, it just gets to you. And especially with the other teams been chirping. So
well, they're giving Antonelli the free throws as his mom fist pumps. That's where I think if you're watching the game and she's giving a little bias toward Louisville, and I think that's okay. Mom liking what's happening there. But Edwards Jr. to the bench. A couple more substitutions here for Louisville. Checking into the ball game, Spencer Legg and Aiden McCool. And also into the game is Cole Sherman. 88-54 Louisville, 90 seconds to play. Again, Louisville will play in the winner's bracket semifinal tomorrow at noon. Indiana will go to the loser's bracket at 2:30. Goody out to Tucker, gives off to Cups. Cups goes baseline, tiptoes out to Leal in the right corner, stripped away by Antonelli. Antonelli cross-court pass for Legg, who drives down the lane, missed it, put back up, no good from Anselm Ebay. Out of bounds off of Hatton. It's going to be Louisville basketball with 65 seconds to play. I think you're right, it's a gut check moment for Indiana tonight. as you go through film, because it's going to be a quick turnaround. They're going to go right to film, I would imagine, after this. A team meal and some film and try and figure out what went wrong. Sherman on the right wing tosses up top to Antonelli. Antonelli driving right, reverse layup, draws a foul on Anthony Leo. And so Antonelli will head to the free throw line for 2 shots with 51 seconds to play.
Tough to tell whether or not this Louisville team's going to have what it takes to compete in their conference, but I'll tell you what, Austin, they have looked really good here this afternoon, but it's a little bit of both. I think Indiana's underperformance plus the way that Louisville came out inspired, ready to play. And, once things start snowballing on you, anything can happen. But I'll tell you what, man, this first 7-8 guys that Louisville put out there here today, they look spectacular, and they played a heck of a ball game.
Antonelli gets 1 of 2, 89-54. It's hard to grab the steering wheel once it's spinning out of control, as it was for Indiana there at the start of the second half. Gabe Cupps with it, up top to Tucker, 43 seconds to play. Tucker spins into the paint, pull-up 10-footer short, gets his own board, dishes it to the free throw line for Hatt. Now it's to Cupps, right wing Tucker. 30 seconds to play. Tucker pull-up jumper, good. 89-56. Give this second unit credit. They've brought some intensity here for the Hoosiers down the stretch, and they get a turnover here. Cupps to Leal. Back over to Cupps in the left wing. 20 seconds to go in the corner for Goody. Back out to Cupps left wing. He'll pull up for 3 off the back of the rim. It bounces around, doesn't go, and out of bounds off of McCool. So Indiana will get one more possession with 10 seconds to play. And again, the score is lopsided, but this second unit has given a lot of intensity coming in. They've moved the ball well. Goody in for Leal. Pull-up baseline jumper's good. A deep 2 for Anthony Leal. Gets it within 30, 89-60. It's 89-58. Indiana gets a steal. Leal for 3. It's good. And that does get it inside 30. The final score is Louisville 89, Indiana 61. A quick 5 points at the end for Anthony Leal. And that is your ball game. The Hoosiers beaten badly today by Louisville by 28 points, 89-61. A Coors Light Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. Choose Chill, official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. We'll come back with the CommunityCars.com postgame show in a moment. Hoosiers fall to Louisville 89-61. This is Indiana University Women, Indiana University Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Are you looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? CommunityCars.com has the right vehicle for you. CommunityCars.com has vehicles that will fit your budget no matter how big or small. Check out our large selection of vehicles today at CommunityCars.com. We also buy cars. If you're looking to sell your car, CommunityCars.com will buy your car. CommunityCars.com will offer top dollar for the vehicle you want to sell. Contact us today at CommunityCars.com.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at Athletico.com. Proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock, like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have Happy Honda Days, search your local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/25.
As a red-blooded IU fan, you know when something's homegrown, Hoosier authentic. That's why you'll love Indiana Kitchen premium pork products. Indiana Kitchen's a real Indiana company that partners with its surrounding family farms to deliver the highest quality, best tasting pork you can buy. Like Indiana Kitchen bacon. It's cut a little thicker and smoked over natural hardwood for a hearty Hoosier flavor no other brand can match. One taste and you'll know why more people are saying, my brand is Indiana. Find out more at indianakitchen.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
On the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield, welcome to the CommunityCars.com postgame show. Brought to you by CommunityCars.com. Purchase your vehicle online and have it delivered by using the Express Store. Also brought to you by Finney Hospitality, The Tap, Yogi's, Social Cantina, and Smokeworks of Finney Hospitality Group are a proud sponsor of IU Athletics. Ford, your Central Indiana Ford dealers, are proud sponsors of IU basketball. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. Now, from the Smithville Broadcast Center, once again, Don Fisher.
Welcome to the CommunityCars.com postgame show. CommunityCars.com. Purchase your vehicle online and have it delivered by using the Express Store. Austin Vendor, Eric Sword, John Herrick with you. And Eric, this is a tough one for Indiana. This is going to be a moment for them as they go back to team meal, team film tonight. They're going to have to kind of look themselves in the mirror, and they're going to find out. Mike Woods is going to find out what his team's made of as they try to respond tomorrow. But this was not the performance they were looking for to start the tournament.
No, not at all. And I think be interested to see what Coach Woodson has to say and how he's going to address the team. But the key moving forward, the worst case scenario is if you take today's performance and move it into tomorrow.
Yep.
And as bad as you feel right now, I mean, that's the last thing that Indiana can afford to do right now is have this type of effort and performance kind of carry over into the next day. So the challenge and the key is, can you pick yourself back up, get ready to play here in about 24 hours from now? No matter who your opponent is, you've got to be ready to play. And that's going to be the challenge here over the next 24 hours for Indiana. Can they pick themselves back up off the court after getting knocked down pretty aggressively here by Louisville? Can you pick yourselves back up and have a much better performance tomorrow?
Final score is Louisville 89, Indiana 61. The Hoosiers suffer their first defeat of the season, now 4-1, while Louisville improves to 4-1. And Indiana will get the loser now of West Virginia and number 3 Gonzaga tomorrow at 2:30. When we return, head coach Mike Woodson will join us for his thoughts on today's game, brought to you by CommunityCars.com. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Attention Hoosier fans. Whether you're in town for a big game or reconnecting with old friends, the IU Hotel and Biddle Conference Center at the Indiana Memorial Union is your home away from home. Enjoy first-rate amenities in the heart of Indiana University. Experience the charm of College Town while staying just steps away from all the action. Visit imu.indiana.edu for more information. Go Hoosiers!